Hello everyone, we are Legends of Avantris. You may know us from the funny shorts featuring Chuckles the Clown, Bitsy, and the rest of the unhinged crew. But we are also the publishers of The Crooked Moon, which is officially coming to D&D Beyond. Give it up, everybody.
D&D Beyond, everybody! Give it up for D&D Beyond, folks!
Gotta give it up.
To celebrate, we'll be playing a special one-shot using content from this 632-page folk horror tome for 5th edition. If you haven't heard of The Crooked Moon, you'll find a ton of terrifying options for players and GMs inside, including 15 subclasses, 13 species, 14 feats, 40 spells, 85 monsters, a 350-page adventure campaign, a table of 156 chaotic curses, and much more. Click the link in the description to pre-order The Crooked Moon today and unlock special pre-order perks and bonuses. Tonight, we'll be playing the introductory adventure chapter to the Crooked Moon campaign, The Ghostlight Express. Take it away, Nikki.
I'm Nikki, and I'll be your dungeon mistress this evening as we journey beneath the Crooked Moon.
Hello, my name is Derek, and I'm going to be playing Morning Frost. That is to say, in life, I was a Tabaxi sorcerer. In death, however, I am playing an Azureborn, a harpy-like species, and an occultist, a wizard with access to the beyond. I am also using the cultist background, which gives me the cult initiate feat.
I am Mikey. I'm playing Grico Grimgrin. In life, I was a goblin druid, but now I am an Ashborn, an imp-like species, and I'm playing a ranger. The subclass is the Grim Harbinger. And I have the Rest Warden background, which gives me the origin feat Gravekeeper.
My name is Andy. I am playing Torbeck, who in life was a gross, disgusting, horrible bugbear, and now in death is a Curseborn, Path of the Experiment barbarian. I have chosen to take the Experiment background, which has given me the origin feat Altered.
Hey everybody, I'm Mace. I'm playing Gideon Cole. In life, he was a fire genasi fighter, and in death, he has been reborn as a Stoneborn. I'm playing the Paladin class with the Oath of Castigation subclass. I'm playing the Crimson Aspirant background, and it gives me the origin feat Crimson Ritualist.
Hey, I'm Richie, and I am playing Cremula Crew. In life, he was once a lizard folk warlock of the alligator variety, and in death he has been reborn as a Relicborn, a skeleton person that is now a rogue, a sinner rogue, still keen on gambling. He took the Crossroads Gambler background, and that background has given me the Fate Gambler feat.
Join us all aboard the Ghostlight Express.
Hungry woods, reaching high, snatch the light out from the sky. Leafy sighs, creaking bones, pray you don't get found alone. Crickly crack, the branches pop, it grows the night that never stops. The tree that leans with twisted grin, her limbs are thrown, her soul is sin. Underneath the crooked moon stalks the king on cloven hoof, in pale decay and empty gloom. He comes for you. Six horns his crown, his kingdom all, for life delicious heed his call. He carries six of sword and seal, once wayward souls the fallen kneel. Run, don't shrink and cower, and join us at the witching hour. Skip and sing, thrashing light to smother the shrieks of endless night. Dance beneath the crooked moon, and rising rapture
It is a quiet evening outside of Brieg, and Carnival Le Crew has spent the better part of a month setting up their ramshackle carnival. This is a night unlike any other night, as you all slowly fall asleep within your caravan, prepared for another day of grueling work, mending and repairing the carnival that seems to never be fixed. As unconsciousness takes you, you don't notice the smell of smoke as it assaults your nostrils. At least not at first. But unfortunately for all of you, by the time that it does, it's a little bit too late. This carnival was in dire straits. You knew the repairs that needed to be done on it, the old oil that coated all of the joints, all of the hinges. Whatever it was that ignited this place must have happened quick. The heat swelling the joints around the doors as all of you come to, attempting to escape. The smoke inhalation is just too much, and unconsciousness takes you yet again. You find yourselves coming to, as if awoken from a horrible, horrible dream. The smell of burning hair and burning flesh still present in your nostrils for a mere moment before the wind rushes by, cooling your skin. You realize, yes, it must have all been a dream. You stand up and begin to dust yourself off before realizing that your forms are semi-incorporeal. You can see through yourselves to the beautiful misty grass. You're not standing at the Carnival Crew. You're atop a beautiful hill overlooking the city of Brieg, the candlelights twinkling off in the distance. A circle of tall, standing stones all around you. As you look amongst yourselves, you recognize the five of you as your bodies begin to shift and change, almost as if they're reconfiguring right in front of you. That incorporeal state that you were in now fleshing itself out, but into a new form, a different form altogether, and you feel in your heart of hearts there's something different. As you feel your bodies materialize in this new state, a tendril of smoke catches your attention off on the horizon. The smoldering embers of what had been Carnival Le Crew. You look amongst each other and you don't fully understand what happened. You know in your heart of hearts that who you were before is gone. That the life that you led before is over. That you have been reborn in death.
Oh, I guess that safety inspector was right. What do you mean?
No. This couldn't have been a failing on our business practices. Could it have been?
Harry, didn't you always say that fire chiefs are always a bunch of chumps?
Yeah, that's why I pay them off and tell them to leave.
Do we not pay them enough? Are we spooky ghosts now?
Well, you think it was something we did that caused the carnival to go up?
Well, you're like 40% fire. It must have been something you
Well,
did.
no, and I don't think so anymore, man. I don't know if you checked yourself out. Joe, I don't feel all fiery. I feel kind of like rocky, like stony, and you look different.
Oh my God. The fire must have burned away all my flesh. There was a skeleton inside me the whole time.
Well, Torbek's not that different. In fact, Torbek doesn't notice really anything different at all.
I feel like we've all changed.
Yes.
I feel like, even though we are ghosts, we are on the next stage of our journey.
You think we're ghosts? Ooh.
I have a phobia of ghosts. This might be a really...
We flipped beyond the veil.
Oh, Frost! You're here!
Yeah.
I was worried you survived the carnival.
You guys look crazy. Torbek doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, man. I have these crazy cool wings, man. Look at this. Oh.
Is he a bird?
Are you a bird?
Yes, I seem to have grown feathers. I'm not sure exactly how we've transformed, but we are all different in some way.
Having been transformed, Derek, why don't you explain who you were and who you have become?
The tabaxi that you have all known as a scion, as a mentalist, someone who uses his mind to control the world around him, to change perceptions and read into people's thoughts, no longer stands before you, though the Azureborn, the feathered owl-like creature that you stare at, still wears a green robe.
Badass.
He has black feathers and orange feathers in equal amounts. Large glassy eyes that stare around with the same level of intelligence and the same level of sincerity and curiosity that you're used to. But there's a different look behind those eyes now, and eyes that know that there is more to this reality than perhaps is on the surface.
I was a goblin. A green goblin. And I was also a druid. But now I'm a devil man. I have a long nose. I am now red. I have little horns. And I've got a scorpion tail. That's pretty cool and unique. I'm an Ashborn. And I am not any taller.
Is that, are you done?
Oh, I look like a devilman. I got a little goatee. I look like a cliche devil on playing cards, and except very short. And I have a very cool crossbow, because who needs courage when you have a crossbow to shoot people with?
That's right. I'm playing Torbeck. Torbeck was previously, as mentioned, a tall, gross, hideous bugbear with all sorts of contraptions and tanks and piping and tubing sticking out of him. And that is partially why Torbeck is so confused in his new state, as from what he can tell, he doesn't appear to be that much different in this body, except he's probably a little bit shorter, as he has been brought back as a Curseborn, which is a werewolf-like style creature. So he's still furry, he's still hairy, still has claws, maybe slightly different in nature, and still strangely has apparatus on his back, in his arms, in his legs. He would be wearing slightly nicer clothing, though. Maybe a Victorian overcoat, but it's a little bit beat up, patched. Nice pants, a nice shirt, but dingy. Maybe patched here and there, a little threadbare in different places. As he is from Edwardia, and is a little bit more refined in this form, but can't quite tell why he doesn't look as cool as everybody else does at first appearance from his own viewpoint.
Oh, I also have cool cowboy Wild West clothes. In case I
Don't
didn't say
forget that.
I can't forget that. I've owned the old West clothes.
I'll go next. I'm playing Gideon Cole. Once a hulking brute of a fire genasi. Red skin, big manacled chains, a Hanley shirt and suspenders. The classics attire. Now, with a body forged in the lands of death, he has become a Stoneborn. So instead of that classic, like cold fire skin, now this gray, actually made of stone form, very similar height, frame, but now with giant wings, and I would say longer hair, much like Goliath from Gargoyles.
Well, what I do, the name's Kremlin Crew. Was once a dapper alligator lizard folk fella with a nice pinstripe purple suit and a handsome top hat, a nice cane with a crystal skull on top. Now stands before you a skeleton alligator man with a dapper's purple suit. But what you will notice is that this suit is a little more extravagant than his last one. There's a bit of a kind of there's embroidery throughout. There's floral patterns and other patterns, sort of very intricately woven throughout his attire. He still has his familiar top hat. He still has his familiar dice that he always carries. The playing cards in his hat. But most notably, I have a gun!
Wait, I'm not any taller, and then you get a gun, and all I get is a crossbow. I thought it was like the upgrade.
Oh my god! Upgrade!
I like to imagine the first thing Crummy does when he spawns into the lands of death is fixes the mustache back onto the bone.
Oh no, of course. So instead of my normal alligator skull, snout, I now have a full alligator skull. With some designs kind of painted on it, but he would have his signature pencil-thin mustache painted on the very edge of the snout.
We've all died and transformed. Don't you understand what this means? How much closer we are to the truth of the worlds around us, that which we cannot see?
Guys, I hate to say this. I think one of us is possessed by an owl.
You talking about Frost is seeing as how he happens to look exactly like an owl? Is that what you?
Say it again.
Guys, yeah, I think one of us is possessed by an owl.
What are you talking about? I'm not sure why you would ask that question.
I don't mean to alarm anyone.
Oh wait, ask it one more time.
I don't mean to alarm anyone. I think one of us is possessed by an owl.
Who?
Oh, it's Gideon!
Oh no! Oh no! Get it out of me! Get it out of me!
It's Gideon!
Ah!
I think it was actually just Frost. And I feel like wherever we're going,
Would have buried the lead.
wherever we're going is not a good place, because I feel like Frosty has been punished for crushing the mind of so many birds in his lifetime, and you became what you wanted to crush the most.
There appears to be a bit of irony here, from a cat to a bird.
I agree that my form is perhaps ironical in the mortal realm, and in other ways I feel freed for the first time, freed from the shackles of my former life.
Yeah, free from crushing debt. Free from always looking over our shoulders. Free from the jig almost just being up.
Yeah.
There's no more pretense. There's no more judgment to concern oneself with. We are, wherever we are, that much step closer to learning what it is beyond.
No more having to run a pathetic carnival.
Hey, don't say that, man.
Yeah, it was a good carnival.
We don't have to pretend anymore, fellas.
I mean,
We're all dead. let's just accept it for what it was.
I guess we did in some from a certain point of view burn the thing ground. So.
yeah, I mean, just because it literally went up in flames doesn't mean it was bad per se.
I mean, no one person to blame, necessarily.
Yeah,
It just,
Yeah.
these
Okay,
things happen.
show of hands. Who thought the carnival would kill them?
Yeah.
All right, we're all on the same page. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it was a matter of time. Yeah.
Oh, Torb, it's actually quite fitting your new visage,
Yeah?
your visage.
Uh-huh.
I always said that you had got that dog in you, and now you got that dog out of you.
What is that? Somebody, do you still have a mirror?
Of course. I'll take out my compact mirror and I will show him.
Whoa! Torbek's got a snout! Torbek's kind of handsome now.
And your clothes are kind of nice too.
Things are finally looking up for Torbek.
I know, man.
Look at this.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You got the dog in you. Inside of you, there were two wolves. Now there's just one wolf outside of you or something. I don't know.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be an even bigger hit with all of the book talk girlies. Torbek. you really are going to be quite a big hit. Very popular.
Who knew that the end of Torbek's life would be the beginning of Torbek's life?
I feel like that. We do have a new lease. That's why we've been reborn.
The wind whips up around you, and for a second you feel like, you feel like you can hear a lone fiddle playing along the wind as it dances around you. The sound of a train whistling off in the distance, but just as quickly as it comes, it dissipates and it's quiet yet again. Frost, can I have you roll a wisdom perception check for me, please?
I would be happy.
Dave?
What? Dave?
Who's that guy? And Madrix, remember that guy?
Oh, Greg?
Oh,
Was it Greg?
No, wasn't it Tom?
Oh,
Tom! Shit.
Oh my
Tom
God!
really
that guy.
played a mean... No, he played the banjo. Oh, did he play a mean fiddle?
No, he played something. I don't know. Didn't we, like, beat him up or kill him or something?
No, he
Or-
threatened to.
Oh, okay.
That's an important distinction.
I got a natural 16, which gives me a dirty 19.
Ooh.
As the wind dissipates and the sound of the fiddle and the train whistle slowly begins to fade from your memory, you feel a weight in the front pocket of your robe. You pat yourself. There had been nothing in there. But now there is a small stack of what appear to be tickets. You notice the top one, your name written in silver lettering.
I found these tickets in my pocket.
Oh!
Oh,
Tickets to what?
my name is on this one. It says Frost right here. This one says Gricko.
Oh!
What are they too, man?
Here, this one has your name on it,
Oh!
Cremmy.
Oh!
And
Look at
there's
that.
even one for Gideon.
Oh, nice.
That's remarkable.
We all have tickets!
We all have
Everyone
tickets.
got one.
We all got tickets!
Yeah. Hey, great work, guys.
There should be one more, right, Frost?
Oh,
Just one more.
Say it again.
Just one for...
Hold, everyone lick your thumb and like try to see if it got
Oh,
stuck.
yeah. Oh, one of those.
No,
yeah.
not like this.
Oh, wait! The back of mine is ruined. It says "and Torb."
Yes!
Why do we have to share?
Because you love me.
Oh.
Sharing is caring, Mr. Cremmy.
Yeah.
I've
It looks
never
like
heard
it's
of Ghostlight Express before.
Some kind of
Oh,
train
man.
called the Ghostlight Express.
Yeah. Looks like a train, all right.
Yeah, oh man.
This is very mysterious. I do feel, however, inspired by the wind that also came through this way. And perhaps this will be the last time I get a chance to do this. I'm going to try to take flight, if you don't mind.
Whoa.
Wait, you could do that?
Well, if you look and I'll shuffle up my robes, you'll see wingspan beneath each of my arms.
Whoa.
I believe that I might be able to actually ascend.
Wait, can Gideon fly with you too on account of having
Oh,
wings?
yeah. I mean, we could fly together. I just didn't want to steal your moment. It seemed like this was important to you. But I got giant wings on my back.
You're made of stone. How could you possibly, you know what? Never
Frost,
mind.
we're in the
Never mind.
lands of death, man. I mean,
They might just be decorative
I-
as far as you know.
Well, okay, I mean, well, maybe they're all right. I'll give it a try, all right? Frost to the
Yeah,
skies.
I didn't mean to offend you. Oh, there he goes. You have to remember not to abide the logic that I abided in.
Frosty, get up here, man. This is awesome.
I'll be right behind you, and I take off, and I immediately send and join you, spiraling into the air, feeling a connection to space that I've never felt before, a connection to the openness of the sky.
Guys, what if we can all fly?
Wait. Well, you're just like a wolf guy. I mean, I'm a spooky ghost. I should be able to, like, float around, right?
You're a spooky skeleton.
No.
I fly by. Maybe you all can try this.
I'm a devil man, which means perhaps I have fabulous wishing powers. I wish to be a devil guy, but be like about 6'4".
You are standing on the damp earth of this standing stone, and as you focus, the ground gives way beneath you a little bit, and you actually sink deeper into the ground, and you appear to lose about 4 or 5 inches of
Did
height.
you just shrink?
Oh. It says here that Ashborn are imps. Well, at least I have a cool stinger that I can kill people with.
I mean, that is pretty cool.
I've never been stung by a scorpion, but I presume that the scorpion's a good time. If I ever meet a frog, There's going to be quite a parable about us, is what I will say.
What are the odds you're ever going to meet a frog, Rico?
Very unlikely.
That's ridiculous.
It's very unlikely that I will ever meet a frog. I mean, I'm a scorpion man. I really want to meet a frogman. Very unlikely.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Especially one that would offer you passage somewhere, for you
feel
to
like
then sting him, for it is your nature.
For it is my nature.
Maybe one
Unlikely.
day. Never
One
say
day.
ever.
One day.
Frost and Gideon, you sail the skies for about 10 minutes, looking out over what had
That
been
really looks fun.
your home for almost a month while you had been manning the Carnival crew. And you spent a little bit of time looking out over the rubble and the ruins of what had been the Carnival. It is very clear that if anyone survived, there were few. The Carnival is nearly decimated, and as you come to that realization, a little bit of sorrow hits you. As the wings are lovely, this new form is interesting, and there is a new journey ahead of you, but there is a moment to mourn the loss of what had been your past lives, as once again you hear the faint sound of a train whistle. You look down and you begin to see that Cremy and Gricko and Torbeck are falling onto the ground. They're talking up a storm, but there is a rolling fog that's climbing up and cresting over this hill as it begins to wind around their feet. These tendrils of almost spectral fog. In the heart of it, a very pale gray, but illuminated by blues and greens. They don't seem to notice this at all as the both of you plummet and begin to dive back towards the top of the hill. And as you land, the fog billows up around you.
Gentlemen, there appears to be some sort of a fog rolling in. I don't want to fly in it. It could be quite dangerous.
It's all around us right now. You guys didn't notice it sneaking up?
I was kind of too busy watching you guys have all that fun without us.
Yeah, why don't you guys come join us?
Yes, why didn't you
Well,
fly?
Gricko was shrinking.
Yeah, that was funny. We were kind of laughing at him earlier,
Well-
so we didn't notice the fog coming in.
You may have wings, Gideon, but I have the Ashborn species trait Scorpion Sting. I can kill things with venom.
Oh,
I don't know if you knew that about me now.
well, no, I didn't. I'm just made of stone and have awesome wings and can fly through the air. But your thing sounds pretty good, too.
Well, you didn't use any kind of cool species trait names, so I don't know if I believe you.
Well, let me just see. Well, no, I mean, I haven't done I've just flown with my wings. so I haven't done it. Yeah, well, on my stoneboard. I've used my stoneborn flying speed to take to the skies. And actually, while we were up there, we saw exactly how many people may or may not have died in the carnival. And I started to feel bad about it. But then, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this is pretty awesome. So if they get to do this kind of stuff, you know.
Their deaths do weigh heavy, but they weren't reborn as we were. We have to count our lucky stars that we are here. Perhaps they are taking to some other fate. I feel more connected to that than ever.
The haunting tune of a lone fiddle pierces through the fog that surrounds you, heralding the arrival of a spectral locomotive. A dark steel train, bathed in an eerie glow, emerges from the gloom on rails made of mist. Its smokestack belches plumes of ghastly blue-green smoke that wail with the faces and voices of the damned. The locomotive rumbles, squeals, and creaks as it slows to a halt, and a passenger car looms directly before you. It feels like this appeared out of nowhere. Mid-sentence, you were engulfed in the sounds of this song, as if the faint whispers of it that you had heard over the past 20 minutes were but a warning of what was to come. And as this locomotive rests on these spectral rails in front of you, there is an eerie quiet that descends around this hill. You watch, looking directly into the opening of this passenger car as the door slowly creaks open. You see the faint candlelight flickering from within this car as it illuminates what appears to be a giant shadow the form of a huge creature standing within this doorway. You cannot make out any features as it is shrouded in the darkness around you, the illumination from behind completely obstructing any ability to see what this creature is. All the while that fiddle song plays, and then it begins to move, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, as what is very clearly a frog man steps out of the inside of this train, a fiddle resting on his left shoulder as he plays that tune that you've been hearing on the wind. And as he slowly finishes it and the fiddle comes to a gentle whine, the strings vibrating, almost the sound almost mimicking that of a wailing soul. And as it ends, the sound echoes over the moors of Brieg. The frogman, who's wearing tattered clothes and a hat, you see 3 railroad spikes adorning the brim, and as he adjusts his hat and looks up at you, his sallow green skin illuminated in the moonlight, he looks between each of you. You feel the paper railway ticket tremble faintly in your grasps. The words, "1 passenger, valid for night of issue only," gleam in raised silver lettering. This creature, known as the Vagrant, extends his hands and gestures to each of you. You have your tickets?
Is this the Ghostlight Express?
This is the Ghostlight Express, and we've got a one-way pass through the Shroud.
Speak of the devil.
And he shall appear.
What to do there, fella? The name's Criminal Crew, and were formerly Carnival Crew. Now it seems we're dead.
It seems you have come to a sticky end, but I'm here to deliver you to your fate, wherever the Ghostlight Express chooses to take you. We've got a one-way trip straight to Druskenwald.
And Druskenwald, where's that? What is this
Far
place?
beyond the Shroud, a domain, a realm of death.
The realm of death.
But like we get to get cool new bodies, maybe? In a post-death
If I'm not
transformation?
mistaken, sir, it looks like you've already found your cool new body.
Oh. We get to keep them is what I'm asking.
Unless someone plans to take them from you.
Can that happen?
Let's not let that happen.
No.
Well, hello, Mr. I don't think any of us caught your name.
I'm known as the Vagrant, and I'm the conductor of this here locomotive.
Well, I mean, we got nowhere else to be, fellas, and we got a ticket, so...
And I've got a warm train behind me with stories and music and 2 alive passengers that might have answers that you seek.
Well, your song was hauntingly beautiful, and
Thank
Mr.
you,
Grummy's
sir.
ticket says "and Torbeck," so please let Torbeck on the train.
He looks
Yeah.
unsure, but he leans over and he sees that same silver scroll on the back. It seems to be the same penmanship.
We got a couple's ticket.
And he nods. Well, if I can get your tickets, we can make passage through the Shroud, all aboard the Ghostlight Express.
Yes.
And he bows down and uses his fiddle to point onto the train cart and allow you to embark.
There you are, fella.
You're never gonna believe this. I was gonna ask you, if I met a frogman, if I could get passage across the river on your back and then maybe sting you, we both drown, and they write like a fable about it or something. But I'm getting the sense that you're like some sort of like really powerful angel of death or something. So I'm just gonna say, very nice to meet you. I'm Grigo Grimgrin. Here's my ticket. Thank you for passage aboard. And it was either Frogman. I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was gonna be like Tom Hanks. So I feel like this is an upgrade.
He looks at your ticket and you see as he places his hand on his chin and he begins to think, I like that story you just told. Would you mind if I wrote it down and
Oh,
told it, embellished it,
Yeah.
expand upon it?
It's yours
I
now.
feel like there's a lesson to be learned in this.
It would have been in my nature, I suppose. Thank you very much.
Look at you go, already making waves around here.
He seems to be pleased. He loves the idea of this story and what you've provided him.
My name is Morning Frost. Thank you for the ride.
How about that?
All aboard. You push forward into the soft candlelight that flickers and sconces along the wall as the Vagrant steps on behind you, once again playing a soft, lilting tune on his fiddle before sliding the door shut. The car, the entire locomotive begins to shake, and you hear the sounds of the whistle as it begins to emit a scream reminiscent of wailing souls as the chugga 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 begins to get faster and faster and faster. And you can see as the landscape of Brieg begins to move very quickly past you. This car is clearly moving forward, but it feels stable. There's a soft lilting to the car itself, but you don't feel off balance. You don't feel off kilter. There is a warmth to this space as the Ghostlight Express begins to propel forward, and just as quickly as you see the landscape of Brieg fly past the windows, you begin to see that same rolling fog that had surrounded your forms atop the hillside. You begin to see that getting thicker and thicker and thicker as it begins to obscure all the vision outside of these windows. And as you look around, this car is filled with rows of forward-facing, cracked leather seats. Velvet curtains, once rich in color, hang faded. The Ghostlight Express lurches forward with two short blasts from the train's whistle, followed by a screech of wheels that sounds like the shrill note of a violin, then the percussed chugging of the locomotive. Moments later, the view of the windows on either side of the car obscures. Shifting green smoke swims past the glass, completely veiling the realm beyond. Ghostly passengers ride peacefully, seated on the tattered remains of once lavish upholstery. They simply look forward, or out the window, with empty eyes, ready to meet whatever comes next. None seem to have any baggage. Well, you're welcome to take up a seat here if you like. Got a long ride ahead of you, and if you do decide that you want to travel deeper within the train cars, you got the door there that'll lead you deeper in. Get yourself something to eat, find a nice place to rest and relax. Maybe you'll come upon the Druskenwalds if you keep looking, if they're out and about at this time. Now I do warn you, they are wholly alive, and though they are riding on a train of death, they are not unfamiliar with the Ghostlight Express, so it won't shock them to see your form, but just expect the living right here too.
Vagrant, you mentioned a place we're going to called Druskenwald, and that's also the name of the people you claim are living on this train. Can't be a coincidence.
Oh yeah, they're the Lord and Lady of Druskenwald. Yeah, they're a big deal. So I would mind your P's and Q's while you're in their presence. But yes, the Ghostlight Express is going to take you straight there. That is where your ticket has you bound for, so must be some purpose for your death and your rebirth, or the train would not have stopped for you. Now I do have some warnings for you, of course. Now that the train's in motion, what is beyond these windows and this door and all other doors you'll find on this train is nefarious. Please do not break the windows, open the doors at any point.
Okay.
You will not like what enters onto this train.
You paying attention?
Okay.
You hear that, Grico? Frost?
It is a dangerous...
Don't look at me. I know what we're passing through.
Do
We're
you?
passing through the veil.
That is correct. It is a
saying that.
dangerous
What's with
spiritual
Frost in the
mist.
veil? I mean,
Souls lost, unable to move on to their realms. Angry, hateful souls.
We'll stay inside. No one's hopping.
how long is it going to take us to get there?
Well, Ghostlight Express is quite fast, all things considered, but she's going to take whatever time she needs. And it will depend on the amount of fuel we have. You may find in your journey that there are these entities called haints. And he motions towards some of the spectral spirits that you see sitting here. Now, most of these folk have come to terms with their death and their life, and they will sit peacefully as they go through their final moments or their most joyous memories, and eventually, when they are ready, they will move on. Some are not too happy about their death, or they have unfinished business in their life. They, for lack of a better word, they haunt this train. And if they don't come to a peaceful resolution, they will turn into, and then it is not kind, they will turn into soul coal and be fed directly into the locomotive. And that is what's going to get us to Druskenwald.
The locomotive we ride is powered by those who were unable to move on.
Damn.
Cyclical nature of life and death.
That's pretty metal.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm not a fan of trains, but this one's pretty cool.
But just so I'm
but
clear.
that's really not great.
At this point, we have officially been reborn. We are alive again. We are not at risk.
You are not born into haints. You are reborn into something new, belonging to and of the land of Druskenwald. And I'm sure more of your questions can be answered by the Lord and Lady themselves. In the meantime, I do have business in my cabin. If we're going to get you to Druskenwald, I've got some coal to shovel, so I will be making my way. Please enjoy the comfort of the passenger car of the Ghostlight Express. I'm sure we will meet again.
You've been most accommodating.
I thank you, Mrs. the Vagrant.
He nods to each of you and begins to play his fiddle again, and you hear him begin to play around with some words, singing a song about a scorpion that makes passage along the back of a frog with nefarious intent as he chuckles to himself, changing some words here and there, fixing a key, adding in a new bar as he exits through the only other door that you can see on the passenger car. And you all find yourselves in the passenger car of the Ghostlight Express. You find yourselves not wholly alone here. As you look around, you see that there are quite a few of these haints that the Vagrant mentioned, though you're not really sure how to tell the difference between one that's in unrest and one that isn't. The ones that are here seem to be peaceful enough. They're dotted throughout the cabin, sitting in these plush seats, staring out the windows at the Shroud as it passes by. You notice that some of them seem to be muttering to themselves. There are a set of two of them that seem to be talking back and forth to each other. None of them seem to pay you any attention. It's almost as if they don't even notice that you're here at all.
I don't pay them attention either. I am fascinated by what's happening outside of the windows. I immediately go and I stare and look out at whatever we're passing through, just to get a sense of the strange journey that we're on.
Looking out the window, you see a darkness, all the while interspersed with billowing clouds of this fog, this spectral blue and green fog that is rushing by. It is thick. It's hard to see through it, but you occasionally get these glimpses of darkness beyond. And when you look long enough, sometimes you believe that you see movement, as if there are entities, beings within this shroud.
Frost, what are you doing? Torbeck had no intention of doing anything like breaking the windows until the frog guy said not to.
I'm just looking. I would agree with the frog man that we should not break these windows. Letting this mist inside would be, I imagine, quite terrible.
Then stop suggesting it. Torbeck feels like you're trying to get Torbeck to do it.
I'm not suggesting it. I'm merely looking. Torbeck, what are you talking about?
Torbeck, don't even think about it. You heard what he said. No, don't.
Torbeck.
Don't even tap on him.
Put that claw down. Put it
Just
down.
calm down.
I feel a renewed sense of responsibility in my new reborn state. And I feel like if I take this with grace and gravitas. Perhaps when we make it to Druskenwald, I can petition to perhaps be reborn into a different species that is taller than an imp.
Well, we can talk to the Druskenwalds once they're here. Perhaps they have some insight into what the nature of this transformation is and whether or not you can re-roll, so to speak.
Don't worry, I plan on it.
You sound like you have a complex.
I have never thought about height a day in my life.
Well, if they give you a choice, man, you should pick this one, because this is pretty great. I'm tall as heck. I got great big stone muscles.
I mean, look at him.
Look at these.
Chiseled from pure marble.
I mean, literally. That's just literal. Chiseled. I mean
that's Renaissance tier
sculpting.
sculpting.
Give it a touch, man.
They don't make them like that anymore.
no, give it a touch. It's a smooth surface.
You really should. I encourage
It
you.
can't be that good. Angels like the sand. Well, I suppose that's pretty good. Big. Well, I guess you're not Big Red anymore. You're Big Gray.
I'm Big Gray, man, and you're little red.
I'm little red and Big Gray.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Well, I didn't know exactly what to expect when faced with the lands of death. I didn't know what came next, but I gotta say, I didn't think it was this. This is kind of nice.
Yeah, let Torbeck try. What material is that? Boyfriend material?
Oh yeah.
Torbeck,
Put your hand down.
you've gotten smooth in the afterlife, man. I mean, that's got me blushing.
I feel like all of
you
us
can't
have
tell because I'm
changed.
made of stone. But, I mean, that was great.
I feel like we've all changed a little bit. I suppose we've all matured a little bit.
Have our forms solidified, and are we more corporeal?
Yes, you stopped being incorporeal atop the hill.
Got it.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Well, I appreciate that I'm not just a skeleton, but there's kind of like this purpley ectoplasm that sort of gives me form. You know what I mean?
You can wear clothes as a skeleton.
That's right. And I think this looks pretty handsome, don't you think?
Grammy, you look dashing as always, man.
Get, I have a question for you.
Yeah, fire away.
What's a skeleton's favorite instrument?
Well, I don't think I could venture to guess. What?
The trombone, like in my jacket. A special trombone. I don't know how I do this.
Grammy! Yeah!
You get it?
Oh, man.
What material is that?
Is it goo? Is it ectoplasmic goo?
No, it's.
man.
I don't know. What does it feel like, Gid?
Well, let me see. I mean, it feels soft, feels delicate. Not
Kind of
mysterious.
mysterious.
It's a little mysterious. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on, but it feels nice. It feels right.
Also, I have cowboy guy clothes.
Yes. I'm not
Hey,
sure
what's
what
that? Oh, polyester.
Oh,
That's
how you not sweating?
Yeah.
No, it's
Can it sweat?
It's
No,
cowhide.
that's definitely
Cow-
it.
yeah,
No, that's a blend. That's a blend. Right.
Hook 'em horns.
That's another question for
Roll Tide.
another question for the Druskenwalds, I think. Why were you? I mean, changing
Yeehaw.
your species is one thing, but
Yeehaw.
changing your outfit like this seems arbitrary.
All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look very dapper in the saloon when I'm sipping on fine Fireball whiskey. That's probably.
Speaking of, man, one thing that hasn't changed is I'm hungry. You guys want to check out? I mean, he said there was a dining car right ahead of us, I think. You want to get something to eat?
Oh, well, I have this trombone. I mean,
I'm sorry.
please, you
get away.
Oh, I thought you were just telling
I thought
the
that
joke.
was it.
I thought the joke was more of a setup.
Oh.
I don't know how, but I feel like I know
I
how to
sit
play
down.
this
I
movie.
immediately take a seat. Crimmy, please, man.
Yeah,
take it
well-
away.
Well, all this ominous jazz on the train has just, I don't know, it's sort of gotten me inspired, and I realized I could do this.
Oh, I love that, man. Play a tune.
And I try to play along.
Roll a
with the-
performance check.
First roll in that.
Natural 20.
7.
You
tried.
you are able to keep time with the music,
You're just using
but
that as an excuse
your
for it.
your embouchure is not attuned to the trombone.
I'm a skeleton. Cut me some slack.
You don't have fleshy lips, and it is incredibly
ectoplasm.
difficult
Or
for
lungs.
you or lungs for you to create the notes that you need to, and most of the notes that you play are off key.
I swear I can play this. I'll try later. I'm on the spot.
That was
Anyway.
good. That was good, Sammy.
nice,
You know, it's day one on the track.
I'm
right?
pleased by your change. You never would have tried something so embarrassing before in life, and for you to go out of your way to try something, it seems like without the pressure of death upon you, that you are free.
You know what, Frost? That's a really good point. I think you're right. I feel like being reborn in this way, I don't have to live up to old Creme Crew. That dashing alligator man who was always perfectly dressed and knew the right thing to say.
Never a thread out of place.
The afterlife just gifted me with a trombone and a gun.
Man!
And who am I to question it? Frost?
I was able to procure these tickets. If I look, calligrapher's tools.
Well, I mean,
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, it
can you
is.
use those when you try to embarrass yourself like Grimmy did?
Well, there's not much to map.
You guys
Those
turn
are
around.
cartographers' tools.
You guys turn around and
Oh.
in the cart.
Wow. There's not much
There
to map.
sure isn't a whole lot
I
to
draw a
map.
map. I draw a
Look
map.
at Frosty.
Yeah.
Look at the big brain on
Guys
Frosty.
and dolls and
What
just a bunch of
What
crazy-
you fall before dying?
It's like his it's going to drop by the
Calligraphers.
Oh, I'd love
Yeah.
to see him do a puzzle now.
Well,
You guys turn,
I've ruined everything.
and at the back of the cart, you see Torbeck in a full lab coat and goggles, and I'm like doing alchemy with the alchemist set. There's like bubbling and smoke and like.
Oh man.
Man, all I got was this cool haunting lantern what turns the undead away from it. The garish light of resting in the grave. Man, I feel like I also have a strange grim duty to make sure that that these spooky ghosts find their resting place and don't get disturbed.
Well, can you
Man.
liven him up a little bit?
Hey, do you want a book or something? Do you need a neck pillow? I'm gonna like go up to like, do they have like faces?
They do.
like,
They look similar to how you had looked in your incorporeal state. You walk up to a woman. She's in a dress buttoned all the way up to her neck, a very prim and proper shawl draped over her shoulders, her hair up in a loose bun as she stares out of the window. She looks. There's a look of peace on her face.
Hello.
And you walk up and you begin to wave, and she doesn't
Hello?
turn to look at you. You can see the reflection of you waving at her, but her pupils never dart towards you. It's as if to her you don't exist.
Wow. Nothing. They're just enjoying the ride. Maybe they're gonna be reborn like we are in Dreskenwald. Maybe they're just waiting to have a cool form.
It makes perfect sense. From a certain point of view, there's only one train, but there are so many lives and souls that must go back and forth. Perhaps we appear lifeless to others who are experiencing their own adventure on the train at this very time.
Like, you think that they think we look like them?
Whoa.
Exactly right.
Man.
That'd be pretty crazy, Frosty.
Well, we're in a between space right now. Anything is possible.
Well, let's start talking about the veil again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something about the veil. It just didn't come to me quite fast.
Yeah, you think they have ball snacks somewhere in the lounge or something? I
Oh
don't know.
man. Well, let's go check it out, man. If we don't the trombone, of course. You know.
Well, no. I mean, I can practice later. I can practice.
Yeah. Well,
Torbeck could go for a hot dog.
I could really go for a nice bowl of frozen peas. you ever hankering for frozen peas?
No.
Not even once.
If I have it, you think they have it? Oh, let's go get a snack. I don't care what they got.
Whatever meat they got.
You begin to make your way towards the only exit out of the passenger car. And as you do, you hear a shuffling behind you.
Yeah.
One passenger among the blankly staring spirits stirs. It darkens to an inky shadow as it darts into the aisle, its humanoid silhouette tall and gaunt with a head tilted to one side at an unnatural angle. Crooked tendrils shoot out from it like gnarled tree branches and shatter the windows of the car. Ghastly mist spills in around you. One of the passenger spirits lets out a pained wail, then takes on a malevolent form, with a huge maw of blocky teeth, a single eye in its head, and two smaller eyes in the palms of its spindly hands. A shrill train whistle reverberates around you as the windows suddenly repair themselves. The voice of the Vagrant emanates from the ceiling, muffled and crackling. Could y'all take care of that? This ain't happened before, and I'm a fiddler, not a fighter. And now, I need you all to roll for initiative.
I am going to use my Azure-born trait as we roll for initiative. I'm going to glimpse fate. When we roll initiative, assuming we're not surprised, are we surprised?
You're not surprised.
Okay. I can choose.
We saw that guy coming a mile
I can choose
away.
the number of creatures equal to my proficiency bonus, which is currently 2, and I can give them advantage on their initiative roll.
Oh, snap.
And so I would like to give Torbeck and Gideon
Yes!
advantage on
I
their
did
initiative
pretty
roll.
good. I don't know if
give us a
I
note.
you want to know? Okay, all right. Okay.
Thank
that's
God,
fair,
I did
that's fair.
awful. I'm so glad you picked me.
My pleasure.
I did great. I did great, folks.
Oh my God, so much better.
What's fine? I did do better. I did do better the second time. So
I went from
Okay.
a 9 to a 19.
I also rolled a 19.
Bros.
Imbros. All right.
Also, what actually was your dumb stack? Because mine did.
It's it. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Classic.
Oh, there's something about Torbeck.
That's right. Oh God.
That's really funny.
Mary.
Though the Vagrant is able to repair the windows in the train, the spectral tendrils of the Shroud outside have already made their way into this cabin, and you see in this moment as this crooked specter, this entity, a wide grin stretches across its face as it looks to you. Its crooked neck snapping to one side and then the other as you see a pair of what are clearly lovers at one end of this train. As he smiles that wicked grin, and you see those tendrils of the Shroud convalesce and swirl around them before their mouths open up and the Shroud enters into their spectral forms. You watch as these haints, these peaceful haints that were making their way on this train towards what was potentially a peaceful afterlife, as they are twisted and corrupted by the fragments of the Shroud that had been let in by this entity. And you watch as their forms change and they begin to morph into these horrific spectral beings, and all of them begin to lunge towards you. You are now embroiled in battle with not just the spectral entity that this is what we're using, right? I guess I'm okay. Not just the entity that had broken the windows of this car, but also the two of these spectral corrupted haints as they barrel towards you and lash out. If you want to put
Where would you
those
like
down.
Are they behind us?
The Phantom, which is what I'll be calling the miniature,
Got it.
is towards the back of the train, and the other two had been towards the front of the train, so they're sandwiching you in. And they are incorporeal, so they can be inside the seats as if they were as if they were just regular spaces. For
They were occupying the same space.
Oh, wow.
Though all of this has happened in mere instants, you are not unfamiliar with battle. Gideon, you were at attention. You were able to sense the danger that was coming and the movement as it happened, and you jump into action. You are able to go first.
Well, that wasn't very temperate of you, and that makes me mad. And I grab a giant single-bladed great axe off my back. I use my Argent Gleam, which allows me to activate Zealous Charge. Officially, I can take the dash action as a bonus action, but though I just really want to make sure that I can get. I'm gonna get over Torbeck.
Yep.
Pardon me. And I'm gonna just rush at him, axe at the ready. And it is going to, as its blade ignites in a silver flame along the edge, I'm going to swing at him, as Zealous Charge will not only allow me to use the dash action as a bonus action, but will add additional 2d6 radiant damage to the next hit that I land. Right. So I have to hit him.
Please land this hit.
But
Please
I'm
land.
gonna 18 to hit.
That hits.
So that my axe swings forward, burning with a silver flame as I cut at the Phantom, and I will deal.
Oh my!
I didn't know that Gideon had so many zealous principles.
You didn't? Something's awakening in me. Oh well, that's not great. But 3 points of slashing damage and 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Radiant seems good.
I would think so.
You-
Yeah.
Radiant seems real good.
You slash into this thing. The slashing damage doesn't seem to do as much as you had expected.
no.
It is you see as the sword slices through this phantom, and though bits of its incorporeal form kind of billow out of the way, it reforms the smile, that crooked grin across its face, getting even wider as it takes it. But then your blade illuminates with that radiant light, and you see a look of horror on its face as the radiant fire burns into its body, doing more damage than you had expected.
Okay. As the start of my turn, I am going to, as a barbarian, activate my rage, and then when I do so, as a bonus action, I get to use my level 3 feature from Path of the Experiment called Volatile Serum, and for this, I am choosing Monstrosity.
Okay.
The serum expands my body to monstrous proportions, and I can change my appearance. I actually will grow to large, since I'm not already. It gives me an additional 5 feet of reach on my attacks. So you actually watch as...
Do you want to put this beneath Torbeck to just
begins
indicate
to,
that...
his flesh begins to undulate, and his legs and arms become longer, and... there's a very distinct change in Torbeck and his voice as he looks around at all of you, and he says, "Oh, Torbeck, take a back seat. It's my turn." And he's going to charge up alongside Gideon to not let Gideon have all the fun. And I'm going to use my claws, which are natural weapons thanks to my altered origin feat, to make a attack. A slashing attack. That's pretty good. A 19 plus 5 to hit is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
So it'll be 1d8 plus 5 slashing because of my rage. 7 points of slashing damage as I try
You
to tear
slash
into this thing.
into this thing, and similar to what you had seen happen with Gideon, though you were able to rend it apart, it doesn't seem like the slices you're making into it are taking hold. It's doing some damage, but not as much as you had expected.
Awesome.
And
That's
it was
my
how
turn.
it was how much?
7 points of slashing.
Okay. It smiles up at you as it takes the damage. Gricko, you watch as Torbeck begins to transform, getting larger and larger, his voice changing as he gets bigger. The seats beneath where he was crumble beneath him as he bounds through the train, destruction in his wake as he rushes towards Gideon. You are standing here in the middle of this train. You see what's happening on the one end. Slowly behind you, these two specters, or these two haints, corrupted haints, are moving slowly towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn as they got this this phantom train hopper. It's like, hey, I don't think that guy had a ticket. And I'll turn around. Wait a minute. PDA is really gross, and I think you might be bad guys. As I'm gonna turn and run towards these corrupted spirits, as I will say, I suddenly feel like I'm a harbinger of doom, and Hootsie, you're with me, and I feel like both of us will seal your fate. Both of you lovers, why do you get to have all the love in the relationship? as I will use my Grim Harbinger level 3 feature, Omen of Doom, as I am going to mark. I'm going to mark this one in the aisle with an Omen of Doom. It places a strange seal, a sigil, as a dark swirling shape starts to take form over this specter, and materializing is a ghastly, shadowy owlbear with large, bright white eyes, as a form of Hootsie. She takes the form of a Grim as she appears, and is also going to slash.
The one in the middle, or the one?
The one in the middle.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm going to then take my crossbow. Okay, Hootsie, come on, you with your papa. Let's seal their fate. Thunk. As I am going to shoot at that, and that is my bonus action to cast that, and she will take an attack as part of that bonus action. But I'm going to just deal, because I said I'm going to shoot with my crossbow. Wow, we are rolling hot. My crossbow is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Dang.
25, yeah. And then 1d10 plus 3.
That's really good.
So 7 points of piercing damage, and because it has the Omen of Doom, it is also going to take a bit of necrotic damage. It is going to take 1d6 necrotic damage, 2 points of necrotic damage, and then as Hootsie emerges, this shadowy, lamp-light-eyed owlbear, she will attempt to make an attack as well, as she lets out a ghastly hoot. That's going to be quite a bit. That is going to be 5. That's going to be 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then that is going to be 10 points of necrotic damage as it slashes into this corrupted specter, which also has, with its ominous rend feature, and it also has the frightened condition. It is frightened of Hootsie, my Grim, until the end, to the start of my next turn.
You pull out your crossbow after calling forth Hootsie from the spiritual realm. And as she takes her place beside you, the two of you move to action against these entities. You let loose the crossbow bolt, and similar to Gideon and Torbeck, it doesn't seem like it does nearly the amount of damage that you expected, but that is not what shocks you. It is the fact that neither one of your other attacks seem to have any effect on it whatsoever. The necrotic energy that you're trying to utilize against these things is completely rebuked as they withstand against them. Both of them now bearing down on you. The eyeballs in their hands are darting this way and that as they're looking about the room and sensing you. And you can feel the malevolence emanating from the both of them. It is at this time that the entity that is in front of you, Gideon and Torbeck, begins to smile even more. You see as it opens its mouth, and some of that same spectral shroud begins to billow out of it, as if it had swallowed just a bit of it when it had entered the train. And as it smiles, you watch as it tendrils out and finds purchase inside yet another one of the haints on this train. And you watch as an elderly man is completely turned into another one of these entities. If you want to put this one right next to basically right near this, right there, right near the steps.
Whoa.
Right near the steps.
Back one?
Yeah.
Or
Yep,
like right
there.
Yeah.
Dang.
As it does this, it is then going to look towards you. Actually, it'll look towards you, Torbeck, as you were the last, as you barreled into its face, this large form hovering over it. It looks up at you, and its eyes illuminate with that same spectral life as you feel the strength begin to drain from your body. 16 to hit?
Oh yeah, I got 14 AC.
It is going to hit, and it is going to do 9 points of necrotic damage. And it is going to drain your strength score by 2.
That's not what you want.
No, it's not.
-2. Okay.
You feel as yet again it opens its mouth, it begins to breathe in, and you feel it sucking the strength from your body. Your shoulders slump forward, your muscles deflate a little bit. You begin to pant as you feel this entity rob you of your virile state.
You watch actually a little bit as Torbek's monster size shrinks a little bit, and he kind of gives a nasty sneer at this thing and says, "Ooh, the smarts."
That's the spooky dark, the crooked dark. Oh my gosh.
Dang, he drained me.
Crummy.
Oh my God, what's happened again? What's gotten into you? You're as resolute as an oak. I guess we're all feeling a little different. I think I got it this time. And I pull out my trombone. That's not bad. And I put it back. I'm going to use Dance of Death as a bonus action. It is a species trait from the Relicborn. As a bonus action, I can make a DC 15 Charisma, musical instrument, or performance check. If I succeed, the next attack I make before the end of my turn has advantage. Come on. That is only a 9. So
To hit?
I no, for my performance check.
Oh, you have to roll a performance check as a part of it?
Yeah, as a part of it.
Oh, that's
I
so
love that.
cool.
So if I had succeeded, I would have had advantage on the next attack roll I make.
Holy
If I
shit.
succeed by 5 or more, I
shit.
can also roll one of my hit point dice without expending it and gain temporary hit points
What?
equal to the number rolled.
Wow.
That is so cool.
Yeah, very
what the
flavorful.
heck?
Smokes.
Are you gonna get?
Dang.
How many times can you use that?
I think.
Does it tell you what performance you have to hit?
What's that?
Does it tell you like you roll
Yes,
a
it's
performance
DC
check?
15.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Oh, it. Trombone down. The Baron sends his regards. I take out my pistol, and I will shoot the one that is. I'm gonna kind of lean behind one of the train cars, and I'll lean over to this one here, and I will fire a bolt from my Jinxcraft pistol.
Are you shooting at the elderly man or the?
Yes.
The elderly man. The elderly man.
Not the
Okay.
elderly man. Have I told you about the crooked moon?
19 to hit,
That hits.
Nice.
and then that is going to be a max damage, baby.
Nice.
Let's go, dude.
And I am going to use, as I let go of my, as I pull the trigger, a burst of almost like necrotic soul energy will burst forth from this pistol. It deals force damage, but you'll hear almost like a wail of souls erupt.
Hell yeah.
And I am going to make this I'm going to use my Hex Slinger feature as I fire. I don't have sneak attack damage, do I?
Technically, I don't think you do.
I don't have sneak attack damage. So I will instead just deal 13 damage. Force damage.
That's
Still,
actually
Whoa!
I rolled max damage.
That
That's
is
not
absurd.
Wow.
You
You're getting drained to hell.
Yeah. Golly.
you attempt to play this tune, but the trombone, you do not have fleshy lips, and the embouchure is just not what you expect it to be, and you are not able to hit those notes. And as you toss the trombone aside, you reach to this new pistol by your side, this weapon that you were not familiar with in life, but feels second nature to you in death. And as you let loose this burst of wailing souls, it slams into the chest of this transformed haint, and you watch as 10 bits of spectral blood spatters the wall behind you, doing a significant amount of damage to this haint. It slumps forward, but it does right itself, its form cracking and creaking as it contorts, and it lifts its hands to the sky and begins to look about the room with the eyeballs in its palms. Frost.
I spent my entire life. I spent my life trying to hold the aberrations of the world at bay, but now it is time to let them in. Now it is time to unlock my mind and let the eye open within me. I'm going to reach out with my hands, and you're going to see a small speck of light start to form and eventually form a large orb. As I focus this energy, my eyes go to the white, and I push out as I attempt to curse my foes. I'm going to use Bane, which I got from Forbidden Knowledge as an occultist. One of my features allowing me to select a warlock spell that I wouldn't normally have access to. I am going to reach out with this Forbidden Knowledge that I'm accessing, and I'm going to attempt to curse the shadow creature here at the front. Yes, and 2 others. I think the ones that are fighting with
the 2 towards
Grim
the front
Hootsie
of the car.
over here.
Okay.
However,
Not the old man one. So not 3.
they are going
Perfect.
to have to make a DC 13, and I need to make sure that I'm doing the thing.
The Phantom got a natural 1. So
I'm so glad you told me that. Charisma saving throw.
charisma. Okay. We've got a 12 for number 1 and a 15 for number 2.
Okay, with the one that gets 15, I'm going to risk intrusion.
Okay.
As an occultist, I have this ability to push past and beyond and risk letting things into reality. I'm going to roll an intrusion die here in a moment, but I'm going to use Overwhelming Mind. That allows me to force disadvantage on that 15 to see if I can...
Natural 18.
Okay.
Oh,
it was worth it.
man.
It was worth it.
That was awesome. That's awesome.
And just for the sake of this one shot, very quickly, I have a D6 right here. If I roll a 1, then something bad might happen. Not always bad, but this die is going to shrink in size every time I use this until the natural outcome of that bad thing happening. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I got a 4. I got a 4. We'll see if intrusion happens next time I risk it.
So the intrusion happens regardless of whether or not your feature works.
Just by merit of using, I can focus alien potency into my spells.
The powers.
When I cast my spell
man.
using a spell slot, I can risk intrusion to choose one of the following. And I'm choosing Overwhelming Mind. I give disadvantage to a target making a saving
And with
throw
that,
against
you are able to you feel this connection to both the Phantom and one of these twisted haints, and you're able to see that dark magic has taken hold on them. That otherworldly magic.
And you can see in my feathers, the orange ones, you can see small eyes starting to look out as I continue to tap into this forbidden knowledge.
And with that, it is the twisted haints. It is now their turn as the 2 lovers. They are going to attack the Grim. Both of them.
No, they're real close to the rest of the party too. If they want.
No.
No, I'm not sure that they're ravenous and bloodthirsty, and they're going to go at whatever is in front of them.
They're lost to it.
And
they're
they're
lost to the
also,
hunger.
he's not going to leave her side, and she's not going to leave his.
Got it.
So, a natural
Just
20 from her, and unnatural 20.
Oh my god!
I'm picturing
It's quite
Peggy.
some would consider unnatural. Abomination. Abomination.
8 points of necrotic damage from the one that did not crit.
Yep.
And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You see as Hootsie's entire body begins to undulate as this dark magic overtakes her, as these entities begin to reach forward and pull from her this dark spectral essence as they begin to drink in her life force. She is able to steel herself against the first one, but we'll see how the other one goes.
Hootie!
16 points of necrotic damage from the other one, and another Constitution saving throw.
Oh wow, gosh,
Nice.
Even
That
better.
dice is rolling
Wow, this die
crazy
is rolling
fire.
crazy
Yeah,
hard.
these
23.
are good. These are
23.
good. Yeah.
Critically.com.
She takes a significant amount of damage from
Go right in
these
the bag.
from the life drain that these haints are attempting on her, but she is able to steel herself against the additional effect of their magic. All while this is happening, your eyes are locked on Hootsie as she is taking this damage, as the haint behind you begins to make its way in, and it's going to go to whoever is closest against the wall.
Note.
Yes.
It would do this damage, but just as her necrotic energies was unaffected against these ghosts, these spirits find that her spectral form is taking no damage at all, as an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. What the heck? As these shadows are battling, It's like, oh, good job, Hoochie. Yeah, you can't hurt her. Give it up.
So
you
what I will say is, as you begin to yell that, they recognize that this has done no damage, and it's still technically their turn.
Yeah.
So they're going to use their movement to move through her and directly towards you, standing in front of you.
As they move, the one that she's on, as soon as it attempts to get out of her sight, she's going to use her reaction on Baleful Howl.
Nice.
And the one that was marked needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That's true.
That's the one.
Middle one.
That's
Middle one.
That's
And then
two.
that
Yeah,
one
that
also
one,
has
she can
Bane.
get right
Oh,
up to
thank
me.
God. 16.
16. That passes. Otherwise, if he had failed, or she, I don't know which one it was, their speed would have been 0, and they would have been basically paralyzed. They would have been stuck as I let out this Baleful Howl.
That's badass.
Or his Baleful Hoot.
And there's still this one.
And that is from a feature of the Grim.
So the elderly man is going to move towards Frost.
Got it. Oh. We're surrounded by ghosts!
And it is going to get a 22 to hit. I've got to say, these Horned King dice
We're all
are
just
amazing.
These are some bad boys.
These
the Horned
roll-
King dice
I
bad
live
boys.
deliciously.
The
I don't know what to
cricket
tell
moon
you.
is very
roll
delicious.
like
we are just crushing.
like
These are some good.
like nothing else.
Black Phillip, king of all. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, folks?
So yes, I'm assuming
You know
that
what I
hits.
mean? We're getting smoked by some spooky ghosts.
I'm so sorry. Well, I guess it's not that bad. 12 points of necrotic damage. And a Constitution saving throw, please. As this elderly specter moves in towards you and begins to reach out towards you, you watch as the eyeballs open up on its palms and they begin to blink, and almost as it opens its mouth and begins to suck the life from your body.
And if you pass the Constitution saving throw, you're ejected from the game.
Well, I got a 17.
You feel this this life drain on you as your body begins to weaken, your breath coming in shallow gasps, and you feel that if you were any less stout, that your overall health would diminish as well. But you are able to shrug it off.
Barely. When
Barely.
I shrug, I molt. Orange and black fethers fly in all directions as I pull away, horrified.
Some
by
of
the
these
damage
feathers
that's happened.
disintegrate into this dark, almost ash.
Oh my
You're
god.
gonna get it, old man.
And that is their turn.
Okay.
Gideon, top of the round.
Crummy, I've always been an oak, man. Haven't I? I think. Well. Anyway, listen, Phantom. You too can walk the silver path. But first, your punishment. And I will channel the divinity of the silver path and evoke Castigate. As a magic action, I can expend a use of channel divinity to clap those you would bring to justice in silver fiery shackles. Choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier, which I will allow you to know is 3.
Thank you for allowing me to know
I will
that.
allow
Thank
you to know my
Thank you.
charisma modifier is 3.
Very kind. You're loud.
So I will choose the
Benevolent
Phantom.
player.
I try. Wait a second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will choose the Phantom,
Okay.
the old man Haint, and the one on the other side of Gricko, who's within 30 feet of me. If I may, I don't know if it's an issue that it's on the other side of Gricko.
Oh, that's fine.
Each creature must succeed on a strength saving throw or be wrapped in silver flame shackles.
Dang.
I'm just saying. And have its speed reduced to 0.
Oh yeah, you know. Where you going? Nowhere.
Nowhere.
You ain't going.
The Phantom rolled a natural 4, minus 5.
Got him.
And then the old man got. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to
Let
read
me.
Sherman's
Minus 2, so it's a 2. The Phantom rolled a 2. The old man rolled a 7.
Got him.
No, an 8.
Oh, they're
And then
close.
the one on the other side rolled a 15.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know.
That's gonna be close.
I don't know.
Absolutely no way.
How do I know?
You spell save DC?
Yeah. Oh,
Go to spell.
13.
Fucking
13.
So
DC is
the
13,
one on
so
the other
one.
side of Gricko passes, the other two
Okay.
fail.
So as these chains will extend from me, I'll hold. So I have one hand holding my great axe. The other, I'll raise my left hand as these silver flames will lick out. Tendrils will extend out and wrap the Phantom as well as the Haint in front of Frost in these silver flaming chains. And I'll pulse an ignition of flame as the second portion of this. I can use a bonus action to cause the shackles to flare, and each creature who is bound by the shackles, so not the one on the other side of Gricko, but the one attacking Frost, as well as the one in front of me.
The old man.
So the old man, each one will take 2d6 fire damage, so not radiant, but fire damage. And a shackled creature may repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending it on a success. Otherwise, for a minute, they're shackled to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to borrow Hootsie for a second. Hootsie, you don't know Hootsie. 5 points of fire damage as this pulsation of silver flame charges out on the ends of these shackles that have connected, that have erupted from me and connected to the Phantom, as well as the old man Haint. That's fine. Can I hand something to Torbeck for a free object interaction? Okay. I'll do it next turn.
Okay. You could. It's up to you.
Your turn's not over.
No, your turn's not over.
All right.
I haven't described how it all works out. So
Okay.
You got time.
Torbeck, take this, man. And I will hand you like what almost looks like a rectangular stone, and at its core, a pulsating blood red. It's hard to tell, like liquid gem. Almost looks just like a coalescence of energy. And it'll feel like warm, almost like your blood will warm within your body. And what I've handed you is actually a part of my background feature.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Pretty much.
It turns out you can squeeze blood from a stone, Torb.
Yeah!
And I am using Bottled Life, and I will expend 1 hit die. And you may, as I think is a bonus action on your turn, I'll double check it, but you may crush the vial, and you can use my hit die to roll to heal yourself.
What's your hit die?
It is 1d10.
Beautiful.
1d10
Thank you.
plus, I believe plus. Oh, I'll find it really quick.
Gideon, help! I'm hurt.
Who was that?
Hoot hoot.
I'm an owl.
I'm a level 3 wizard.
I'm hoot very badly.
Frosty, you're so far away, man. There got to be other options.
Throw it.
Torbeck.
DM certainly would have given it to you.
I would have let you.
Torbeck's melee bros. All right, we're imp bros. Look at this guy. Look at this hulking form. Oh, by the way, what the hell, man? You look crazy. Take this bloodstone.
All of this happens as you let loose these shackles, and you are able to ensnare 2 of these entities. It was just the 2, right?
Just the 2.
Yes.
So the Phantom and the Haint, and it is my hit die plus your con modifier.
Beautiful.
So whenever,
Thank you.
if you choose to use it, and it'll exist for you for a while. So.
But yeah, you are able to let loose these chains, and as the old man and the Phantom are ensnared in these shackles, you watch as they are frozen in place, unable to move, bound to you, doing less damage than you had expected. The fire that lashes out from this does singe them, but they are spectral in form, and it doesn't do what you had expect. But however, the Phantom itself looks incredibly, incredibly weak as he looks around at you, but he doesn't look panicked. It's almost as if with every lashing that you give him, he looks happier and happier.
My turn?
Yep.
Been there.
As you hand me the stone, I will look at it and kind of hold it up so I can see the light kind of come through this beautiful stone. And I'll say, thank you, but Torbeck isn't here. As I crush the stone and let the blood drip into my mouth.
Okay.
To drink this healing elixir and heal. Full 13 points.
Let's go.
13 points of healing.
Let's go.
And then I just like to clarify for last round, the damage that I took from the Spectre was necrotic damage.
Yes.
Because I'm not resistant to that, so I took the full amount. But this thing has pissed off whatever Torbeck now is, and I'm going to make a reckless attack this time as I continue to try to tear into the spirit flesh of this creature. I got a natural 20.
Gotta give it up.
So it'll be 2d8 plus 5 as I deal. It'll be 18 total points of slashing damage with my unnaturally long, monstrous claws as I begin to try to rip the spirit flesh from this thing.
You watch as Torbeck goes into almost a blood frenzy as he begins to slice into this thing. He is losing all sense of sanity as he rips this entity apart. And even though the slashing damage that you've been doing has not been doing much to this entity, it was barely holding on, and you're able to rip it into pieces. And as you rip at its crooked throat, its head falls over backwards, and out of its vocal cords you hear the words, "The Crooked Queen cometh. You will be reborn in green. I have succeeded, and you were the way." And as this happens, it bursts into that same spectral light, and the entire room is filled with this shadow for a minute as it then coalesces and pulses and then slithers beneath the exit, exiting this train cabin and heading deeper into the train.
As I'm like ripping it apart, I almost don't even hear this message. Maybe everybody
But
else
the rest of you hear it very clearly.
And before it delivers this message, I'll say, "I'm no pushover. Give me back my strength." And then the message happens. And, that's my whole turn.
Well, that's a nightmare.
Gricko.
Things that make you say, hell yeah.
I answer to no, Queen. I don't believe in any monarchy. And I don't believe that you ghosts should be restless. So none of my spooky powers in death have done nothing to you. But I have this lantern. And I may be an imp, and I may be small, but I got fire and brimstone. And be gone and be turned, spirits, be turned! Be cast into the fire and brimstone! As I use, although I'm a ranger, because I have taken the background Rest Warden, I have gotten the Origin feat Gravekeeper, which allows me to use the Channel Divinity Turn Undead of the Cleric class. They all must make a Wisdom saving throw.
The highest was a 14.
A 14. The DC is 12.
14 is the other two were 11s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those
So it
are...
was the elderly man was able to withstand it.
So both of these two, both of the lovers, are frightened and incapacitated for 1 minute, and for that for the duration, it tries to move as far away from me as it can on its turn, and then the effect does end early if they take any damage. So I have with my lantern of fire and brimstone, I call forth of the Chernobos, the belching sulfuric volcanoes, and I'm starting to kind of get a little bit of a sense of who I've become, and that is my turn.
Finding
That's
your
my action.
groove.
That's my action, and as a bonus action, I am going to command Hootsie. She really can't do anything to them, so she is going to just move forward, and that's my turn.
Okay. Crummy.
Well, I guess it depends on how you define oak. I mean, I never really considered you an immovable object when it comes to morality, but I guess one could theoretically climb you like a tree, so I'll take that point and I'll turn around and see, oh my God, what the? If I can, I want to scamper away. Here's the thing. I'm going to duck behind the seats if I can.
Okay.
And try to hide.
Okay.
Behind the seats. As a bonus action,
Yes.
since I'm a rogue, I can use my cutting action.
You can.
I've never played a rogue before.
So you could disengage as a bonus action too if you wanted to.
I
like
could,
the
but
hide.
I
like
still
the
want to
hide.
be hidden. I
like the
want
hide.
to slink.
That's a good point.
They're also incapacitated.
17.
Okay.
Does that
pass?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
you're able to hide. So
Oh, they might not be able to if they're
But they're
incapped,
incapacitated,
Can they even
they
perceive?
can't.
I don't know if I would perceive. But basically,
Oh,
I want to
I
sleuth
see what you're
behind Gricko, get on the ground, kind of climb around, get over here, and
you're able. They are horrified by the magics that they've seen coming from this imp, from this Ashborn, and all three of their eyes are looking in horror at Gricko as you are easily able to dart through the shadows and hide behind one of the upturned benches that Torbeck had destroyed in his path towards the Phantom.
oh well, get jinxed. I shoot with advantage, presumably, if I'm still hidden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one
Middle
that,
one or the one in the aisles?
The one that I hit before with the 13 damage.
Seats.
The female
The seats.
one.
Okay.
The seats. So yeah, 20 whatever
21.
to hit. 21
That
to hit.
hits.
And since I said that, I'm going to use my Hexslinger feature.
I think you hit the old man. Is that the one that you're attacking again?
Oh, I did hit the old
originally,
man
yeah.
last time. I'm still attacking the woman. That's what I said.
Okay, okay.
The one in the seats.
She is the one that looks her husband, or what you would presume to be her husband, looks to be completely healthy. She has taken a bit
Got
of
it.
damage, so.
So I'm going to roll my pistol damage and my 2 sneak attack damage, but they will be my Jinxcraft dice. Ooh. And when I roll all my damage, I play a little craps game here. 2 damage on the pistol, plus 3.
What type of damage
this
is
is
that?
all force.
Okay.
So 5 damage, plus I rolled 7 on my sneak attack dice. But as I shoot, you will see with my other hand, I'll roll the bones and they sort of tumble through the air, and you will see them sort of land and float midair. And you see that I got a 7, which is statistically the most common result. But I rolled Cheap Shot. Until the end of its next turn, the target speed is halved, and for that duration, attack rolls against it have advantage.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Man.
And so, depending on what I roll on my 2 sneak attack dice, I have a whole table here about what might happen to this target. So in total, I dealt 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of force damage to her.
Man, that's crazy.
That's my
You
turn.
you do a significant amount of damage to her. You see bits and pieces of her spectral form completely blown off, similar to what happened to the elderly passenger. You see spattering of spectral blood illuminated against the window as it begins to dry there, and she slumps forward. Her husband lets out a ghostly wail of horror as he watches his wife falling before his eyes, but she is holding on just barely. Frost.
I'm going to. I'm shocked by the draining effect that has hit me, but I redouble my efforts and I expand the orb within my hands once again. My eyes continuing to brighten with eldritch energy. I will instead clap down like this, and you'll hear a massive boom. You can hear this emanation of sound within 100 feet, so the adjacent cars would almost certainly hear this explosion of sound as I cast Thunderclap, a cantrip that I learned because I'm a cultist, because of my background that I'm enjoying. One of the 2 cantrips that I get
That's
to enjoy.
a
through that
cultist, not an occultist.
Yes, not an occultist, a cultist.
Obvious. It's obvious.
Duh.
And I
But we're speaking planet.
Each creature within 5 feet of me, sorry, Greco, is going to have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. However, what I will say
that's
is I'm going to make the elderly man, because of my rage, at disadvantage, risking intrusion once again.
Okay.
This went down. Oh my goodness, it's
What's
a
the
D4
DC?
now. That's very exciting.
I almost certainly
Not
failed.
that.
You said Constitution?
Sorry, let me
Con
get
saving. Con saving throw.
It's a con saving throw. The DC is 13.
13. No, I failed.
Okay, you fail. You're going to take 1d6 damage.
The woman gets a 12.
She fails.
Her husband gets a natural 20.
Woo!
I'm going to make it a disadvantage.
Okay, so you have both him
Oh, no,
and
no.
the old
it's
man.
just the elderly man and the
That's
Oh.
the man. That's the man.
Yeah.
That's the husband.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, so the
So,
husband
sorry, I
takes
thought you were
damage.
doing all three of
No,
them.
not all
No,
that.
I'm just going to re-roll because there was
Okay.
confusion.
Sorry. The elderly man.
Yes, so he is
At
at disadvantage.
And
so
the
he gets a
hate
12.
in the aisles.
Yes. So that's
And then hate in the aisles, yes.
And then
That's the husband.
And that's 17 for the
okay,
husband.
Thank you.
So we're
That's
good.
going to be 4 points of thunder damage for anyone who failed. Additionally,
What the hell, Frosty?
but I get to risk intrusion, which is very exciting. I get a 1.
What does that mean for
What
us?
the heck?
That means I'm going to have to roll on my intrusion table, which I have
jeez.
here. And it looks like a 1d12 table. However, because I am at the level 3, I'm only going to roll a d6 to access the initial hardships that it can provide. I get a 2. Space twists and melts around me in a 30-foot emanation. All creatures in the area struggle against the warping of reality. An affected creature's speed is halved until the end of my next turn. All of a sudden, the sides of the train, the floor, the walls, the ceiling start to bend and twist. It's kind of like how buildings start to warp and multiply in Doctor Who when you see all of the different sides all start to shift. Multiple windows, the booths are starting to flip. The ends of the entire train flip around in order to create a perfect Escher-like non-Euclidean space loop as I let the aberrations in, and that will be the conclusion of my turn as I
So if I'm not in range now, but I enter it, well, am I unaffected? It's only whoever's in range now.
No,
each
it's an
creature,
emanation.
including me.
Emanation,
yeah, it's an
yeah.
emanation.
So once
if
you enter, you're half.
If you walk in, then yeah, it'll affect you until the end of my next turn.
And so who all does this affect?
Yes.
Everyone is affected by this.
Okay.
Oh, I
That's what
love you,
thought.
Frosty.
You watch as Frost lets the entities in, and you feel time and space begin to warp around you.
The broken
You
pieces
see
are
the
here.
damage that is done to this elderly, twisted haint as it slowly takes the damage and then speeds up and then slowly takes it again, as if time is repeating in on itself over and over and over again. But he is still able to keep himself standing, only barely, as the damage didn't do as much as you would have expected it to. His resistance taking hold on that.
Oh, he's
the other
resistant to
one.
thunder? Okay.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
The husband not affected at all, as it is now their turns. The husband and the wife, they're no longer incapacitated, right? But they have to move have their movement speed.
did he take damage?
The husband did not take damage.
No, he
The
passed.
wife did take damage from Cremmy.
Yeah, I shot her.
Okay, so he has to take his full movement to run away from
And he's
from
half
Lucy.
speed, so he will
Yeah.
move half his movement.
Away
So
from
he'll
Lucy.
move.
It was just through.
through us.
He has a
Right.
hover of 50 feet.
He moves towards Gideon, and he's continued to be incapacitated.
And he is still incapacitated. She is not incapacitated.
Correct.
Nope.
And so she is, who's in front of her?
Me.
And she is going to reach out and attempt to drain the life from you. 11 to hit.
Thank goodness.
11. I
They
think that
came to
misses.
us, not Torb.
That misses.
Okay.
AC.
She is battered and bruised, and seeing her husband run from her, she is thrown off of her game, and she is not able to drain the life from you. The elderly man is going to move towards Cremmy. He's going to see if he can see Cremmy. Or actually, he probably wouldn't. Who else is
I
right?
fired a shot, so I'm super visible.
Oh, so he's going to move straight towards you then.
Where are you going, you dumb son of a bitch? You can't move at all. Get right back in your spot.
Oh
got
wait,
zero
where
moves
was
anyway.
he?
The old man was here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was the other one. So
That's
he
the
is going to
wife.
stay then. Yes. So he's going to
The
stay.
wife could run right at me.
She's used her turn,
Jesus, her on top of me.
and it is
The old
Gideon
man
in front of
has
you.
0 speed.
Right, and he's the one in front of you.
No,
No,
he's this one here.
the
in front of Frost and
husband.
Greco.
He's
ran
going to attack Frost
Yeah.
Classic.
with a 23.
I can't even shield that. Once again, aberrations. Your shield only provides a +5 bonus.
8 points of necrotic damage.
I go unconscious.
No.
I need. How does the Constitution saving throw work on this
Still
one?
make con saves
Yeah.
when you're unconscious. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. For anything?
Oh my
I
god.
fail.
You are going to take the same amount as a reduction to your hit point maximum.
Oh, so my hit point maximum goes down by 8 as well?
Yeah.
That's classic.
Oh my god.
You watch as this elderly man attempts to rush towards Kremi, realizing that he's shackled to this in this spot. He turns from the wholly healthy Kremi to the very weakened
get you,
Frost.
old man.
As Frost reaches towards Gideon, hoping for another one of those blood gems, as he's barely holding on. And as he looks towards you, Gideon, pleading for any sort of help, this elderly specter reaches out and sucks the last remnants of life from Frost's
Frost,
body.
rub some dirt in it,
watch
man. You're
as
so dramatic.
As he crumples between some of the seats, completely swallowed by his robe. Dark ichor begins to leak from his eyes and ears. Some more of his feathers turn to this necrotic dust and flits through the air of the train car.
I'm a bird, Gideon. My bones are like pretzels.
Hollow pretzels.
I'm a bird.
I'm a bird.
And that is the monster's turn. Gideon.
My god.
Frost! Or something. I'm gonna deal with this guy first, but I'm coming to help you, man. So mechanically, just so I understand movement, if I were to try and get
You could just normal movement through that.
well, because are you still emanating?
Yeah. Yes.
You're still emanating.
Oh,
right?
so you will
still
be at half
emanating.
speed, yeah.
So if
I can't
went,
stop emanating.
if I went,
I can't stop emanating. But it's only to your next turn, right?
To the end of his next
Yeah,
turn.
no, his next turn. Okay.
I'm emanating.
You can bonus action dash if you have your thing
I
then.
can't. I think it's only once per long rest.
Oh, it might be.
It
might be.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it
sure there is a
And,
limit.
yeah, I mean that's if I could just do it all the time, that'd be really cool. But
If whoever wrote this book, if they wanted to add that.
But can I get here with 15 points of movement? Can I get to this square?
Sure.
To go through this
He's a
person?
ghost. You can probably
You
move right
can
through it.
move through it.
Okay, so I roll. Man, that's only touch, right? Yeah. I'll roll to attack that
Old man.
the old man right there. 21.
That hits.
1 point of slashing.
1 plus what? Isn't he plus your strength?
Oh, +3. So
Okay.
4 points of slashing damage.
Okay. You slash into it, and you see that once again it shrugs off a significant portion of the damage that you do. It is barely hanging on.
As a bonus action, I grip the silver flaming chains in my hand, and once more I ignite them from my channel divinity ability of Castigate, still in place for the full minute until he passed. He would have had the opportunity to reroll a strength saving throw at the end of his turn. To be fair,
He's a spooky ghost. There's no way. He's frail. He's got bones.
He
like
rolled a
it's-
natural 10, -5. So I think
Got him.
he's gonna fail on that one.
be purged in silver fire, you dumb son of a bitch. He'll take 7 points of, once again, it's fire, not radiant damage. We'll
Okay.
take 7 points of fire damage.
Even though the fire doesn't seem to take in the way that you had hoped, it is still enough, and you watch as this elderly man begins to sizzle in this in your fiery wrath, and the crooked haint dissipates into nothingness.
Nice.
Wanted to reach him as
Frost is on the ground. Ichor is dripping from his eyes and from his mouth, but you still see like mouths on the feathers.
You killed my fourth best friend, old man. You think you were getting away with that?
All right.
All right,
I
Torb.
see this. So thank goodness I don't have to walk into the emanation because this
Yeah.
spirit has like run at us.
Yeah, it's true.
And so as I see the spirit coming to me, I shout out just to no one in particular. Oh, the fun's just beginning. As I make another reckless attack against this thing. And my to hit will be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Thank goodness for advantage on attacks. 1d8 plus 4, because you sap my strength. That's going to be 9 points of slashing as I kind of do this gruesome uppercut slash as I'm trying to, like, eviscerate this spirit in two.
Surely the strength drain will go away soon.
You slash into this, and similar again, you see that it doesn't do as much as you had expected. But with the final slashing of your claws, you see she lumbers forward, all three of her eyes lilting, and there is very little life left in her.
Oh, delicious. All right, pass my turn.
Greco.
Really down in Frost.
Poor Frost.
I like look down. I look in like the healing power of my lantern. Fire and brimstone can cure wounds. Be gone, spirit. I could heal Frosty. Frosty, are you okay?
He twitches.
Kermit, do I heal? Do I save Frosty? Or do I do a really cool thing?
He who?
You're right. I should follow my instinct. My heart knows what's true. Spirit, you picked the wrong fight. Scorpion tail activate! Yeah! I'll lean forward as my scorpion tail will as I will use my action
To which one?
to
The
only
woman
one
or
that's next to
the
me.
It's the woman.
the woman?
The woman, as I am going to make an attack roll with my Scorpion Sting feature for my Ashborn.
Oh no.
Hold on. You never know. You never know.
Oh, you attacked the male, so that was actually the first time he'd been damaged.
Yeah. That's actually, it's a 14.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
A 14.
Is this who? Wait,
14
who's that one up
hits.
there?
Yeah.
So that's the woman.
That's the woman. Wait,
Torbeck got the
Yeah.
husband.
Torbeck
Yeah.
hit the husband.
Yeah. So I just have to
okay.
fix the
Yeah, she's
the
soft,
the damage there.
4 points of piercing damage and 1 point of poison damage.
After all that.
Yeah, after all that.
You
The husband you hit?
no, it's the wife.
Oh, the
You rear back your scorpion tail and you bring it down on top of her head, doing, I don't know how to say this, not much damage at all. But that is not what you were hoping. That's not the part you were waiting for as you begin to let loose this poison into this creature. She seems to be wholly immune to it, however.
Man, being dead sucks!
Never goes. Anti-Crico ghosts. Can't do anything.
This is awful.
Anti-Gricos.
And we don't have to go through this. I command Hootsie to make an attack roll. She gets a natural 20 crit and it is nothing.
Hootsy the ghosts are like,
I don't make scorpion tail.
Like the angry bees.
And that is my that's I will actually change my I'll use my bonus action actually to cast Omen of Doom on this as I will then solidify as Hoochie will shift her form attacking against this in order to just in case this tries to cause any funny business. I'm gonna go, she's gonna get in between
Oh, that's nice.
and you can pass through her very easily. She is just a ghost. That's my turn.
With all of that, Kremi, it is your turn. You watch as all of this happens, and as Greco finishes attempting to pump venom into this specter, you realize, oh yes, that Frost. It's because I used the word finishes, isn't it?
finishes. The rest.
The rest. I am going to. I look over at Frost. How's he doing?
I don't think he like fell between the seats.
He fell between the
actively
seats.
molting.
He is pooling. He is
got serious
consumed
black.
by his robes. And you see as time passes, as every second passes, more and more of his feathers turn into that that darkened dust that
curling and
flits
screaming.
across.
Ghouls are rising up around the tree, and their hands are
like the end of the movie
gripping him and pulling him
He's
down.
literally getting dragged me to hell.
Well, we're already dead, right? You can't die again, right, fellas? I'm sure he's fine. Bam. And I'm advantaged on, presumably.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
the one isn't incapacitated anymore because it took damage.
that's a good point. So when I did,
Oh, yeah.
has anyone attacked her
Yes.
in the last round?
Yes.
Great
She just
code.
Then I will use my bonus action to steady aim,
Nice.
and I will give myself advantage. I presumably hit with a 20.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I am going to use my Jinx craft, my Hex Slinger feature again. And I rolled a 5 on my sneak attack dice, and I'll roll the pistol damage as well. A 5 is Whiskey Bottle. The target drops anything it's holding. Until the end of its next turn, when the target picks up an item, it must succeed on a DC 15 saving throw or drop the item immediately.
That is a nightmare.
So I don't know if she's holding anything.
She doesn't appear to be
But
holding
I deal
anything.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
She's
16
holding a
points
grudge.
of force damage.
You do a significant amount of damage to her, and you let loose this blast of energy, and you watch as she is just obliterated in front of you. Her husband lets out this horrified and painful wail as he watches his wife removed from existence.
Gotcha. And as she dies, part of her form will snake and slither through the air and kind of get absorbed by the Jinxcraft pistol as I use my Fate Gambler feat. If I don't, and it's my Bet Big feature. If I don't already have it, I gain Heroic Inspiration whenever I succeed on an ability check made against another creature, when I reduce another creature to 0 hit points, or when a creature fails a saving throw it's forced to make.
That's huge.
So I now gain Heroic Inspiration.
Well done. Damn, that's cool.
I softened her up for you.
That's my turn.
You let loose this blast. She disintegrates around you, and all the while, time is still undulating and moving, emanating from Frost. And I need you to make a death saving throw. I want none of you to pay attention. I want you to all close your eyes.
Okay. I am floating through space. I am finally consulting, holding counsel with the aberrations I used to fear and now hold so dear in my heart.
Thank you. All right. It is now their turn. The only one left standing is
The husband.
the husband. He is in a furious rage.
The emanation's gone.
The only person in front of him is Torbeck, and he is going
He's
to
advantaged against
reach
it.
out.
But as he does this, as he goes to attack me, I look at him and I say, "Oh, quit your crying."
a natural 1 to a natural 20.
I still have this wicked grin on my face as he tears into my flesh.
With a natural 20, it reaches out towards you in an absolute furious rage. All semblance of humanity gone from this creature. What tiny shred may have remained is dissipated with the loss of his wife as it reaches out and begins to suck the life force from you, dealing 21 points of necrotic damage.
That's too many.
As this thing absolutely just rips me to pieces, I'll stagger back and say, "Oh, that was barely a tickle."
I need a Constitution saving throw for that, please.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't want to fail this.
No, I'm
wanna fail
that's okay.
this.
No, this is okay. This is all right.
It's not good.
I got a natural 20 for
Holy
25.
shit.
Oh, my
You
Constitution
feel
saving.
as it attempts to remove your life force from you permanently, but the anger that courses through you stoppers it, and you are able to hold strong. Gideon.
Frosty, you'll be okay. I'm coming right for you right after this. We just got, what am I going to do? Heal you before we kill this guy? You're just going to go straight back down, all right? You don't do well in these situations. All right, Ghost. I've come for you.
As eloquent as ever.
19.
That hits.
Gonna do it.
I will use Divine Smite.
Oh,
Let's go.
As just because I'm not rolling very well on my oh wait, is this a D20? No, this is a D12. Oh, okay. I brought it around a little bit there. I look back at Frosty. I looked at the ghost. I grit my teeth because I know what I have to do. I charge at the ghost. I actually take off from the ground, and my wings will flap out, covering probably either side across the aisle as they stretch out over the chairs. As I fly towards this final ghost, who's just landed a massive attack on Torbeck, my third best friend. I raise my axe above my head. And I sweep down, and as it cuts through the air, the blade ignites in that same silver flame as it comes down. I will deal 12 points of slashing damage, as well as 14 points of radiant silver flame
This is
damage.
roughly $1 billion damage.
Just a couple points.
You-
You dumb son of a bitch! I'm coming to kill you.
You look back at Frost. You look back at the Spectre. You look back at Frost. You look back at the Spectre. You look back at Frost. You look back at the Spectre as you swing your blade down, knowing exactly what you have to do. And you slice it into the fiery, radiant silver flames that spark off of this, cleaving through this thing, melting its form as it lets out a scream. It looks towards the sky with all three of its eyes, almost as if you see a look of wistfulness. Almost as if it is looking for its lost love as it bursts into spectral dust and dissipates.
Enjoy
The
Sheldon's Lagoon.
Train
Silver Path.
around you, the train around you quiets. And you... Oh shit, I turned on two musics at the same time. I turned on two musics
Oh my god,
around-
the train got so loud!
Ah!
I'm dead.
That's
dead.
scary,
Train,
that's scary,
God!
that's scary.
Dead. You
What does it look like?
As you kill this thing,
Yeah.
I'll turn to you and say, "No, that one was mine." And as the rage begins to fade, Torbeck will start to decrease in size, returning to normal. And you'll start to hear him say, "No, I won't go back. No, you can't pull me back." Boy, those serums really pack a punch. What happened, guys?
Torbeck, is it you again, man? You were hulked out like crazy. You were huge.
Like a lot more than usual.
And you were talking real cool, and you were hitting real hard, and...
Torbeck feels like garbage. What happened?
Oh, some
It
crazy...
is at this time that Frost, I need you to make another
Frost
another
is dying.
death save.
Wait, I gotta explain to you what happened before we tend to Frost.
Where's the food cart?
Nobody pay attention. Everybody close your eyes.
And this time, Hootsie will dissipate and say, "Okay, Hootsie, we're still figuring out being dead. Good, I'm very proud of you." As she dissipates, we're gonna bring about so much doom, but Frost, hear me! Hear me, Frosty! Fire and brimstone, hear me! I bring about the doom. I am a harbinger of doom.
As you begin to say this, an alert sounds on the system.
hold on.
Loud throughout the speakers in this train. The music is replaced by this alert sound. Yeah, I'm going with it. As you begin to hear the voice of the Vagrant. Are y'all all right in there?
Yeah, every single one of us.
Sort of.
Can you hear him from all the way up there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
no,
a
it's
problem on our hands, and I'm gonna need y'all to fix it if we're gonna make it to Druskenwald.
Uh-oh.
Whatever that thing is, well, I know what it is. It's known as a phantom train hopper. It's a stowaway on this train, and it's working for some dark entity I haven't quite figured out yet. But that mist that it let on here, that bits of the shroud, I'm afraid we're in some trouble, fellas. We got some haints on board that are not quite right. They are troubled. Can't come to terms with their past. 6 of them in total. If that shroud gets to them, any chance we have of feeding the Ghostlight Express the coal that it needs, it's done. We won't be able to make it to our destination, and who knows what kind of twisted abominations they'll become. I'm gonna need you to hunt them out. I'm gonna need you to help them pass on. Can you do that for me?
How far is it?
All right.
Yes, hear me, Mr. Vagrant Frogman. Do you hear me?
I can hear
might
you.
be dead.
Oh,
Do you
we
agree?
will do this. I have suddenly discovered a new purpose to put souls to rest. Whether we help them or kill them.
The alarm starts going again, cutting you off. All right, well, if you agree to do that, then I need you to make me one more promise. Don't you dare tell the Lord and Lady about what's happening here. There is no need to worry them about this before we get to Druskenwald.
All right, you have my word and everybody's word.
All right, I've got a lot of work to do here, but I'll see you towards the end of the journey. You do this for me, and I owe you. You hear another loud womp 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 as Greco begins to speak again, and then silence
Hear
emanates.
me. Maybe if we come across a river, I may need a ride. That would be a great favor to do. Oh, by the way, Frosty.
Frost, can you make another death saving throw?
No, wait, we're helping them. We're in the process.
Okay, thank you.
The Vagrant just had a whole bunch of stuff to say.
Frosty, I may be a harbinger of doom, but it is not your time. Frosty.
That's not the word. You think he knows
Let him cook. Kermit, let him cook.
With the power of luck and cool cowboy powers that I have bestowing upon you, be anointed. I cast you words.
Oh, God.
I think it is 2d8 now. Let's do it.
Plus your whiz.
12 healing. 12 points of healing.
That would be nice if I were still alive. But unfortunately, I know I'm fine.
Oh my God! No way!
You son of a gun.
You think I would have had the Vagrant interrupt that if Frost was gonna die?
Healing is trying to pierce the veil and it can't.
All right,
Frosty, I specifically said,
12
hear me!
12 points.
Why aren't you hearing me, Frosty? Quit joking around, Frosty. Quit joking around, Frosty.
12 points, you said?
12 points of healing.
Okay, I take it.
One of my 3
I
spell
take it.
slots at level 3.
Does my maximum hit point?
No,
yeah.
it does not reset.
Oh, so I'm stuck with my
That's
minus
neat.
strength.
That's neat. I love that. I love that for me.
Brutal.
What? Ow.
Frosty,
What's happening?
I think like you dabbling with the strange powers beyond our realm may not be a good idea. It may have been a mistake.
What do you mean, Rico?
I will talk about it later.
What's happened? Are we still in danger?
We did. We abolished all the ghosts, and it's bad things are happening. I think the Ghostlight Express might be threatening to get corrupted on account of that phantom train hopper what tried to break the shroud in. And so we gotta basically help a bunch of haints move on, or else they'll get corrupted by the shroud, and then when turned into fuel, might corrupt the Ghostlight locomotive what pulls this train.
Torbek's not sure, but Torbek thinks this place might be haunted.
This place is
I look around at all again.
we are literally flying through hauntedness.
Wait, here's the best thing that you miss is that if we deal with these haints, he's gonna give us some kind of reward.
He's gonna owe us a favor.
Oh yeah, he's gonna owe us a favor, man.
Who is?
Well, the
The
Vagrant.
Vagrant.
Yeah.
That's nice. Does he have much power? Does he have gold or?
I don't know. Grigo said he was like some kind of angel of death after he said that he couldn't give him a frog ride.
You,
to
do
the
you trust
Scorpion.
Rico?
I mean, he
Why would they
survived.
not trust me?
He survived the fight, so I mean, you know.
Maybe you could give us all like bitchin' sights. You know what I mean?
No, it's not my
Give us-
fault. That elderly
Reach
man
some
was
weed.
much more powerful than I anticipated. I was focused on the beyond and not the present.
When you
That
get
was-
off the ground, stand up.
It's very strange to have feathers.
Yeah, what is it like having feathers?
I've lost a considerable number, and I'm not sure what to do about that.
I'm sure it'll go back. I have a cartoonist tail.
What?
chitinous tail.
Oh, you have a chitinous tail, you say?
Yes.
You mean this scorpion tail thing you have here?
Yeah.
Did you use it?
Yeah, I did. I softened it up for Plea to take the kill. He stole the kill from me, but that's okay.
When you stab someone with your tail, did you say because it is my nature?
Ah! What? Why did you die before? What? Oh,
I've been there. I would have told you to do it.
oh!
What a missed opportunity.
Wow, that'll probably never come up again.
Almost certainly.
Well, if it's any consolation, your chitinous tail's only half as tacky as those cowboy boots, so...
What?
Holy burn!
What?
You're like 40% boot right now.
I mean, you just can't pull off white, man. It just
And now it's covered in all sorts of, like, ghost ichor, you know?
Oh! The guy in Nashville during the bachelor party said it was really slick.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it seems that the train is in danger. Should we do something about that?
You don't even know. You weren't even conscious. You just relaying what we just told you.
Yes, I know.
Mr. Big
it's
Brain
the first
Bird
thing that you
fellow.
told me. It seems like it should be something we deal with, right?
I'm not used to you having a beak. That's just weird.
No, it's taking some getting used to.
How do you articulate all of those vowel and consonant
We don't have to
sounds?
think about that.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, don't think about that.
You're right. I guess you're a skeleton. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I got luscious devil lips.
It's hyper-realistic. All right, well, might as well proceed. What do you think, fellas?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
You feeling back to normal?
Yeah. Torb never left.
Wait a minute.
What?
You missed all your opportunity to do a really cool howl, like a war howl, while you was transformed into your crazy form.
Oh, well, Torb can do it now.
Give us a war howl.
Like a.
No, you're literally a wolfman.
No, not even close.
No.
Torb's howling.
No, I don't think that's how that
real
works.
bad.
You have to howl. You have to really put some oomph into it.
Yeah.
It's curse-born, not worse-born.
Oh, no,
just stop
it's missing
him.
something.
Just stop him.
Do that owl thing.
Wait, like the screech or
No. The other thing.
Oh, you were just one of those owls that screeches like actually 99% of them? You're not a good owl?
Yeah, add that to
add
the
that.
end of it. Try it.
Oh, that's very strange.
No, at the end.
I feel like you're
do the beginning part.
Are you an owl or a pigeon?
That's
pretty
very
good.
pigeon-esque, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress.
Let's workshop that.
All right.
After we get a drink and some sesame sticks at the bar, if they got any of those.
Torb, do you need any help, man? You look like you took a big hit at the end there, man. How are you looking? You look
How you
like you're
feeling?
bleeding all over the floor.
Torbeck, how you feeling?
Not great, to be honest with everybody.
Yes.
But, Torbeck was just going to kind of carry on.
Well, let me see if I can help you out. Grickle got frost. The least I can do is pass a little bit your way.
Okay.
Take some silver flame. And all you. No, the good. Hear me, and bask in the silver flame of the silver pan. I'm just kidding. I'll just ignite you. It feels good. It feels warm.
It's actually quite interesting that now in your new form, that the saying of there are two wolves inside of you is actually quite true. In your instance.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're basically just two wolves.
You're
now.
just two wolves.
Well, no, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, as an aside, he is himself a wolf. What if the entities within him are like penguins?
I think we saw it. He got big and huge, and he was still a big bad wolf. He huffed and puffed and blew that ghost down.
Well, I'm just saying. What if they're taking the form of his physical body? But what if they're like, I don't know, adorable pigs fighting around inside of him?
I don't think there's adorable pigs. He was such a big bad wolf. He reminded me of a big fan favorite coaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Well, when you put it like that, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it is two big bad
He was
wolves.
huffing and puffing, and he almost blew the whole house down.
All right, conceded. Two big bad wolves.
I mean, we'll see how big of a bad wolf he is. If there's some place there's some sort of jazzy lounge singer, we'll know.
As much as I'd love to talk about Williamsburg, I propose that we dealing with the pressing matter of the fact that the train
Frosty,
might-
I think Cremmy was gonna say something, man.
Oh,
Quit
yeah.
trying
Go
to
ahead,
forward
Grammy.
the plot.
My apologies. I am
Is that why they have the 1 pound chocolate bars?
yeah.
Oh, that's a pound of chocolate bar.
Now you're thinking of her.
Oh, man.
And get doing now. We need to have a conversation about how pious you're being. I don't appreciate it.
No, I don't know what came over me, man. I mean, it's kind of faded now, but in the moment, I was all about I don't know, man. I think like it just came over me. I got this cool axe, and I mean, check this thing out.
No, I mean, I know it's cool, but like you talking about the silver path and, staying the righteous path and all this shit. You understand that I'm playing the sinner subclass only available in the Crooked Moon on D&D Beyond. You understand that, right?
Well, of course, I'm playing the Oath of Castigation subclass, only available on thecrookedmoon.com.
I just feel like we might have unreconcilable differences.
Well, no. What? Cremmy, let's not get hasty, all right? Because I believe that should you choose to use your powers, though they are not of the Silver Path themselves, as long as you choose to use them to do good, which you have, of course, then you...
Whoa. Don't presume that what I did was for good.
Well, Cremmy, you were shooting ghosts.
Yeah.
I was axing ghosts.
Because the ghost wanted to shoot me.
Well, that's pretty good.
I mean, I guess it was good for me.
Yeah, it was
from
good
a certain
for you.
point of view.
Cremmy, what are you trying to say, man?
I'm just trying to say that sin's fun.
Serious.
And if you're gonna be all like, "Oh, don't sin, walk the silver path," then I'm just saying, I don't know how we resolve those differences.
That lay on hands was pretty sinful.
Whoa!
You guys, there's a lot happening here. Let me say something. Williamsburg. More like, won't you Hartsfield?
Guys, I've forgotten all about sinning.
Me too.
You never beat
I
that?
succeeded way more of these death saving throws than I should have. This is a nice
Williamsburg. More like, won't you Hartsfield?
Let's proceed. I walk to the door and open it.
Pretty good, eh, Brody?
Yes.
Pretty good, eh, Dobek?
You finally endeavor to proceed with assisting the Vagrant in his time of need, and you make your way towards the door to the next train car. Pulling it open, you step forward and you find yourself not in another train car, but in this misty, almost pocket space between cars. And Crummy, you step in, Gideon quickly follows in behind you, followed in by Torbeck, and then Gricko is shoved in by Frost before Frost jumps in. And as Frost makes his way into this strange space, you all look around confused as the door shuts behind you. And then I need one of you to roll a d12, not a d12, a d6 for me, please.
2.
Perfect.
Oh.
You watch as a door materializes in front of you. You open it and you make your way into what is very clearly a lounge car. This lounge is one of understated luxury. Ebony walls are inlaid with gold geometric patterns. Plush burgundy velvet chairs are arranged for quiet conversation. Soft light filters through frosted sconces, casting a gentle glow on the various haunting landscape paintings that hang on the walls. As you look around, you're able to take in the full scene in front of you, and your eyes dart past the bar to a darkened corner at the very end of the car. A tall, thin man leans up against the bar on this side, a whiskey glass in his hand. His dark, slicked-back hair gleams with precision, framing his face with sharp lines, and is accentuated by a pencil-thin mustache. He wears a tailored striped suit and grips an ornate cane topped with a silver goat skull. Sitting beside him is a shorter woman with curly brown hair who's wearing a shimmering flapper dress. Champagne flute in hand, she laughs lightly. They both stare into each other's eyes, clearly very much in love. They look up and notice you make your way into the train car, and they look to each other and smile. She leans forward and whispers to him, and the smile that accentuates his face can be seen all the way into his eyes. He reaches down and tucks a tendril of her hair behind her ear as he lightly grazes her cheek with his hand, and he nods. And she stands up, her dress flouncing in the air as she doesn't move towards you, but she motions towards you to come towards them. And Torbeck, as you look to her and you point, she nods and she points at you as if saying, yes, you, come.
They look alive.
I think this perhaps may be the Dresdenbolds that the Vagrant told us about.
That's them. Don't screw this up, fellas, all right? They're very powerful, and maybe they'll be willing to offer a reward too, but we can't mention the issues going on, you understand? That's what the Frogman said.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta earn that favor.
We do. But I mean, look at this place. This is my kind of joint. What do you think, fellas?
Oh, it smells good in here.
I mean, the Art Deco aesthetic really lends to the ambiance.
It makes me want to enjoy a cigarette. And I pull out my cigarette case, and I'll take one, and I'll put it in my cigarette holder, and I'll think.
Oh, that's weird. I did that kind of.
As you do
wow.
that, you're shocked to see that Gideon's flame, you're familiar with him lighting your cigarette, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. As a spectral feminine hand reaches out and flicks a lighter open and lights your cigarette, you see this beautiful woman in similar attire to what Adela is wearing. A slinky black dress adorning her body. She looks a little bit sorrowful as she reaches out the light, and she says, I'll get that for you. Don't mind if I do.
Why to do, Miss Lady? The name's Cremila Crew.
It's nice to meet you. I'm a little bit lost in my thoughts, but if you come by a bit later, we can have a chat.
All right. Why to do?
You're a ghost.
They call me the songstress. That's all I know. I'm gonna return to my drink, but you fellas have a lovely night. And she slinks back to this chair that she had risen from and sits down. You see her ghostly green and blue form shimmering in the light, and circling around her vocal cord, a tendril of that dark magic that you saw escaping out of the car. She coughs a little bit and clears her throat as she takes in a drag of a cigarette that she also has on a long cigarette holder. As she leans back and crosses one leg over the other, her dress shimmering in the light, she turns and looks out towards the Shroud passing by, and she begins to softly attempt to hum a tune.
I try to give Gricko a familiar and realize I can't speak Goblin to him anymore.
We don't speak the language of the goblins anymore.
No.
Well, let me learn something, a little bit of an Ashbourne trick. I'll speak Ashbourne. Ma'am.
I'll tip my black hat. And now I'm imagining I'm dressed kind of almost like an old West Undertaker. Is kind of what I feel like my
That's
outfit
very
is.
good. That's
As I kind of tip my black hat towards her,
Only 70% polyester.
That's right.
and I'll move on. I'll acknowledge that she wants to get back to her drink, and I'll just say, "Ma'am."
The only Edwardian Torbeck knows is Bola.
Well, maybe when we get the Drusk involved, we'll learn so much more about who we are.
Torbeck hopes so. And I'm gonna follow Gricko away from this woman.
But I'm gonna let Cremy lead. I know that, like, the kind of like inanity of Gricko is starting to kind of almost like slowly but surely fade away. Where I am understanding the severity of the situation, and I'm gonna let Cremy lead.
I will unbutton my jacket quickly and holster my pistol and button it again, and just sort of tap on it a little bit as I approach the couple.
You approach the couple, and as you get closer, you watch as the tall man casually reaches behind himself, grabbing a darkened bottle from the very top shelf of the bar. Not even looking, he grabs it and he flips it. And with his other hand, he pulls out 5 glasses and he quickly fills them without even looking as he's continuing to talk to his wife. It's so smooth, as if he's done this a million times before. Pulling down one 6th glass, he fills that and brings it to his lips and drinks down a hearty gulp. And as you make your way towards them, he's holding a cane in one hand. It is topped with a goat skull, and he lightly thrums his fingers along the head of the skull, almost as if petting it, just passively. As he looks towards you, well, welcome to the Ghostlight Express. It's Philip Druskenwald. Lovely to meet you. Have a drink, and why don't you join me and my wife Adela?
What to do? The Lord and Lady Druskenwald are here. The name's Kremlin Crew, and we were formerly Carnival Crew.
Oh, yes, the Vagrant came by and mentioned that seemed to be in a hurry, the old chap, but mentioned that there were some new folks aboard the train, some born of Druskenwald itself. It's lovely to see more of my people here traveling from realm to realm.
Not everyone in transforms, is my understanding.
Have a drink, yes. No, not everyone does.
Torb will have a drink, thank you.
Perhaps you can help us understand our new forms. As Lord and Lady of this realm, I feel like my very nature has been defined by your rule.
The woman to his side, his wife, begins to almost vibrate with excitement as she reaches up. Oh gosh, Phil, can I do it? Can I tell them all about it? Honey, I'm so excited. He reaches down and he rubs his thumb along her cheek. Of course you can, honey. I'll nurse this drink. You go ahead and you tell him whatever you want, as much as you want. It's all up to you. I trust you. And she looks up at him, her eyes wide with love. Oh gosh, honey, I love you so much, I promise. This is gonna be great. I knew they were coming. And she bounces over to you and she quickly grabs your hand. Oh, Frost, it's so good to meet you. Rico, Torbeck, Kremmy, Gideon. Oh, you look just like I imagined. Don't be scared. I'm a clairvoyant, as it were. I'm into divination magics. I'm a reader of the tarot. So, I've seen you before in visions. In prophecy.
You saw this in a prophetic vision?
Well,
You mean like
there's
you
so much.
You see the future?
I can, yeah, bits and pieces. It doesn't come to me all in one single thread, but oh gosh, you all look great. You were a bit different in the visions that I saw, but these forms suit you nice. Druskenwald knows what it's doing, right?
So you knew we were gonna die.
Oh, I wouldn't say I knew you were gonna die, but I knew we would meet. It was fate.
Well, ma'am.
That's not the voice I recognize.
Here.
What?
Well, whiskey. Whiskey.
I think that's rum, honey.
On from. I would love to learn more about your, what was that? Clairvoyance?
Clairvoyance.
Oh, that was so close. It's clairvoyance.
I knew a Claire once.
Oh,
Nice gal.
that's good to hear. Were you friends?
Eh,
All right.
we were co-workers.
Well, coworkers can be friends.
We went out for drinks a couple times. It was nice.
Well, like at the carnival together? What?
I had jobs before the carnival, Gideon.
Oh, unlikely.
Oh, it's horrible what
My
happened to
apple's
that
taken.
carnival.
Yes. Were you able to, in your vision, see exactly what caused the fire that killed us
Oh
all?
no, my visions didn't show me that, but we've got the Ghostly Gazette, and she holds up a spectral newspaper, and you see the you see a headline that says the. Don't ever get one of
The
these.
ghostly whales as she turns.
Yeah, she as she flips through the pages. Oh, it's right here. It should have been first page news. I can't believe that they didn't. They waited to print it on the last page. But down on the very bottom, you see an image, a moving image of a spectral carnival in flames, and it says the unfortunate death of Carnival Crew.
May I read that?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Do you read Spectre?
Is Spectre the language that this is in?
Yeah.
No, I only read common and deep speech.
Well, you can try. There's nothing wrong with trying, honey.
I will give it a shot.
Strong stuff. Phil likes it that way.
Ain't that bad.
I don't know. It's got a good taste to it.
Well, ma'am.
Roll an intelligence check for me, just to see.
7.
Oh, yeah, this is, you imagine that this is probably, you're not familiar with a language called Spectre, but there is something ghastly about the way that this is written. It's in that same silver scroll that you saw on the tickets for the Ghostlight Express, but every time you think that you have formed a word, it almost shifts and changes, and you're not able to quite hold on to what this is trying to say. You are, however, able to make out one name, Guru.
I can only make one name out of here. The words seem to shift under the page. Guru.
Oh yeah, horrible what that guy did
that
to
ring
your
a bell?
carnival. Yeah, of course.
Does it ring like a faint bell, or do we?
No,
like,
you
we know
you
exactly
knew
who-
that you were very much in debt to Guru.
Should have known that jackass was behind this.
Oh man, you think he showed it? You think it was him?
You think
He
he
did
sent?
something to the carnival?
Well, maybe he sent goons.
I mean, hey, he seems sneakier than that. I mean, maybe he wanted people to know that he did it. Well, fellas, we finally got.
We finally got.
Yeah, well, we probably should have paid back that debt instead of getting distracted with a bunch of wacky hijinks and shenanigans.
Yeah, I
be
suppose
fair,
you're right.
I know it's disappointing to die and all, but death really looks good on all of you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
It's funny because when Torbeck was alive, he smelled very dead. And now that Torbeck is dead, Torbeck smells pretty good.
I agree.
It's been nothing but upside for Torbeck.
I didn't catch your name. I apologize.
Oh gosh, it's Adela Druskenwald.
That's a beautiful name. That was my mother's name.
Oh, it was. Roll a deception check.
Well, was? That's crummy.
Well, I think I heard that was the case. Yeah.
They called her
I'm
Adela.
using my heroic inspiration.
Oh!
That's probably wise.
Wow.
19.
She got a 20.
What?
Oh, it was.
Yeah, well, at least I think. I mean, the memories are a little fuzzy.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You need a little more alcohol.
Yeah.
That'll loosen your tongue.
I
Good
don't-
whiskey, this.
Miss Adela, very lovely meeting you and Lord Philip, and you know, I mean, we'd never made court with royalty, really. We
Oh, we're not royalty. We're just the Lord and Lady of Druskenwald.
She's pretty important to me, and I love what you've done with the place. Presumably, we've got like some options.
The Ghostlight Express don't belong to us. That's a property of the Vagrant.
It's just you just happen to go back and forth between Druskenwald, even though you don't command him to do it.
Oh no, we don't command him to. It's just where the Ghostlight Express has been deigned to travel from. It always heads to Druskenwald, and well, Philly and I, we had some business back on the material realm. I was visiting the resting place of someone close to me, and Philly came with me. It was very nice, and now we're on our way back home. I do love the Ghostlight Express. It's very comfortable, but a girl wants a bed, you know. I can't wait to get back to Chateau Clair de Lune.
I don't mean any disrespect, but
Oh, you'll have to come visit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We got so much room. It would be lovely if you came to stay for a while. What are you saying?
Well, I think we'd be happy to. I mean,
We would love to.
You're such hospitable guests.
You don't have
I mean,
anywhere to be. We just died.
We're not sure exactly where we're being taken. And honestly, if you have a nice home, then we would be very, very
I
grateful.
think we're ending up in your neck of the
Yes.
woods.
Oh, we have some.
are wide open.
We have something to take care of here on the train.
on the train, but what-
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
it's just,
We
it's
We
just
got-
a way to pass the time.
We
you
got
know?
time for sure. You can do whatever you need to on the train. It's going to be a bit before we make it to Druskenwald anyway, and then we're not even going to the outskirts. We gotta go straight into the heart of Druskenwald to get to the moors in Chateau Clair de Lune. So we got a while.
Then we can enjoy the amenities of this
Oh, of
train and get to know
course.
each other.
I hope you like it here.
And let's not focus on the past. I will fold up the newspaper, which has a photo next to the article of a clown smiling in front of the wreckage of the carnival. And I will slide it across the table.
Oh, that chuckles. He sure does make me laugh.
I wonder if they spelled Guru right. Well, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I mean, I am loving this impish new
It really does suit you.
visage. And I really do think it's cool having a scorpion tail. I mean, that's pretty cool and very fable-y. But I was wondering, like, you said, like, a catalog that we could peruse of the options. Like, is changing once you've been reborn? Can you kind of, like, change up, like, get a re-roll, so to speak?
Oh, yes, this is a curious question.
Oh, no.
There's a bit taller, like, maybe, like, a little bit of a taller species.
Oh, gosh. Don't be ashamed of your height. Girls love a short king.
He has a complex.
Not in my experience.
Well, in Druskenwald, I think it's a little different, maybe.
She rushes over to you and she gets down on her knees, and she's still a little bit taller than you, even on her knees. And she reaches out and she grabs your face. Don't you dare doubt yourself, Greco. You're beautiful just as you are. Druskenwald made you this way for a reason. You harness that power you got within yourself and you use it, okay?
Well, how about that?
You don't let anyone tell you you're not good enough, especially yourself, and she boops you on the nose.
Well, thank you, Miss Adela. You are very, very kind, and I feel like I have a new perspective on things.
Greco, your tail is curling.
And, here, lean in. We don't want them to hear.
Oh, well.
If it really bothers you, I got a pair of heels that would fit your feet.
Maybe I'll just try a little bit of a self-confidence journey before I opt for that.
Oh, sure, of course.
I'm sure there's something inside me to hold on. Do you hear that, fellas? I'm a bit of a short king.
That's
You hear that?
wonderful, Greco. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you, and perhaps I am royalty. Thank you, Miss Adela. I appreciate your kind words and your encouragement. I feel like there is something in me. There's something that I just need to harness, and I will discover it. Thank you.
Boy, these hosts are just so great. Mr. Druskenwald, what material is this? Is that boyfriend material? Oh, wow. This is amazing.
He chuckles and he looks towards you, and then he glances to Adela. Actually, it's husband material.
This guy.
And that's low Druskenwald to you.
Oh, excuse me, Mr.
Oh, no.
Druskenwald.
It's Phil among friends.
Oh, thank you. Hear that? We're friends.
You're awfully generous there, Phil.
He said it was Phil.
Have another drink,
friends. He didn't say not to call
I will.
Lord Druskenwald.
The alcohol's on the house.
You're awfully generous. So, this divination thing
Oh,
you
yeah.
happen to do, I mean, I'd love to hear a little bit about it. You know,
Oh,
back
I
in my
was-
previous life, I was a bit of a jinxcraft practitioner.
Oh, you don't say.
I lost a lot of my abilities, but I can still do a little trick or two. And I sort of turn my hand over, and you'll see like puffs of smoke and illusions and stuff, and like colorful glyphs.
Look at
But
that.
most of it got replaced by this, and I'll sort of open my jacket, and you'll see
Gun.
my gun,
Give me all your gun.
like carved from wood with like these jinxcraft glyphs carved into it. I never really did get too into the divination side of it, but I know plenty of jinxcraft practitioners who did. I'd love to hear a little bit about it.
Oh, well, it's something I was born with. I've always been able to see beyond. It's not 100%, you know, that things can change. Fate is a fickle friend, as some like to say, but the thing is that the cards have always been my most accurate form. Would you want a reading done while you're here?
Oh.
The last time I saw you in my crystal ball, you didn't look like this, so things have changed. It would be
Oh, they certainly
interesting to
have.
see what the cards have to say in regards to who you are.
Yeah.
I might finally be able to discover who I'm meant to be. I tried the whole cowpoke thing. I tried the whole fire and brimstone preacher. I feel like there's something. There's something. I would love to learn, Mrs. Druskenvold.
I
Mrs. Adela the Druskenvold.
And is tarot your specialty?
Tarot is my specialty, but I dabble in all kinds, and especially something that's really close to my heart is the spirit board. And she holds up her necklace, and you see a beautiful planchette at the very base of her necklace.
That's beautiful.
Tarot cards come to me in a way other things don't, but there's something about the spirit board that I'm just deeply connected to.
Well, an old friend of mine used to tell me, above all, the cards will tell. So, I'd love to.
Oh, I'm so excited. Phil, did you hear that? I get to do tarot cards. And he chuckles at her and takes another swig of his drink. You go right ahead, honey. I'll be right here when you need me. And she quickly bounces over to the table she had been at. She begins to set the table with a new table setting, and she pulls out her cards and she begins to lay them out and shuffle them. She pulls up chairs, one for each of you, and then she looks towards Phil and she smiles up at him, and he nods at her. All right, I got it. And he clicks his fingers and all the lights dim. It becomes really, the ambiance in here shifts, and a little bit of red to the light, a little bit of purple. It kind of switches back and forth. The music that's playing over the speakers begins to quiet a little bit as she settles herself at the edge of the table, and she looks towards each of you. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the cards around. You don't need to shuffle, but I want you to hold on to them. You can shuffle if you like, but I want you to hold on to them. I want you to think about who you were, who you think you might be, what you want to know, and then when you feel ready, pass it around, and once you're all done, pass it back to me, okay?
I think of my former life as I hold the cards, and I think about fate and the freedom that comes with a new journey. But I don't shuffle the cards as I pass them to Greco.
Oh, the Frosty. Not shuffling. Not mine. Hear me, cards. Hear me. Please show me something good. Please. And for me and for Hootsy. And I pass it. Don't shuffle.
Now, gross, disgusting bugbear. Beautiful, handsome wolf chat. I pass the credit.
I'll sort of like splay them out, splay them back. I'll like bridge them very delicately.
Yeah.
And they'll I'll make them spark and
you got some skill.
they'll, it's like puffs of magenta light will sort of, and purple and green will sort of explode from them. But I won't change the order of the cards. So I'm just doing everything that I'm doing is keeping the exact order.
He's done this before, Gideon.
There you go.
Oh, he sure has. He definitely should have gone last. Just a handsome fire genasi, handsome gargoyle, handsome stoneborn. I think about my life before, and I think about the life of cigars and booze and crime, and I think about I don't know what I think about in the future, but I as I look to try and see what it is, I peer into this darkness, and illuminated, do I see a silver flame?
Do you see a silver flame?
I see a silver flame.
You see a silver flame. You pass the cards back to Adela. And
Well, we'll see.
She grabs them, and she looks between all of you, and she closes her eyes, and she begins to shuffle. She mutters to herself a little bit, and then as she opens her eyes, you begin to see a distance there. It's as if she's looking through you, past you, into a world beyond worlds, a realm beyond realms. Her eyes almost become milky as she shuffles the cards, and as she does, one of the cards jumps out at her, and she pushes it to the side, but she doesn't stop shuffling. The She shuffles 2, 3, 5, 6 different times as she eventually finishes shuffling the cards, and she looks out towards you, her eyes still glossy, as she pulls out one card, the Devil, in its upright position. She looks towards you, Torbeck.
No! Oh, handsome wolf man.
The Devil card. Oh gosh, I don't want to spook you, but it looks like you might be easily manipulated. Whatever you do, don't give in to temptation. The Devil whispers of dark entities that would use your desires to corrupt you for their nefarious ends. You need to beware.
Does sound like Dormer.
She pulls another card, the Fool, in the upright position. She turns and looks at you, Rico.
It's not a bad thing.
Oh, the Fool! I love this card. New adventures, new beginnings, new opportunities. Who could say no to that? It's almost like it's telling you that a new journey awaits you the moment you step off this train, don't you think? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking it.
See who's next.
That's what I've been saying.
The Death card. She looks around and her eyes find you, Frost. Death! How spooky! Oh, don't worry. It ain't as scary as all that. Look around ya. You're on a train traveling through death itself, and it's still a party. This card simply means that one chapter of your life is ending so that a new one can begin.
Pretty poignant, frankly.
Also, he almost died earlier.
Interesting. Another card jumped at me. The Lovers. And she looks between the two of you.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh,
Was
the Lovers. There sure ain't nothing better than love. Someone has recently come into your life who's gonna flip your world on its axis. Don't get me wrong, I'd love for you to have your own fill, but this person could be anyone. Even if they're the cat's pajamas, don't let them overtake your logic.
You don't say.
Strength. She looks towards you, Gideon. Strength is one of my favorites. A girl like me ain't got a lot of muscle, but I do got a lot of heart. And that's really what this card is all about. Don't bury yourself beneath the weight of your past. Find your inner strength, and you can face whatever challenges await. The Emperor. That card kind of looks like you a little bit. Interesting, that. Huh. You ever wanted complete control over your life? Well, you're in luck. The Emperor promises that in spades.
All right.
Sure, you gotta do a bit of work first, break some habits, change a belief or two. But if you do that, you'll be the one dealing the cards, not losing the game.
Talking, yeah, now we're talking.
Wow, that's a cool thing to say. You think she's getting that off the cards, or she's just saying that on top?
And now,
That's
this card. This one jumped out at me while I was shuffling. I put it back, and it jumped out again. I put it back a third time, and it was in my hand when I was done. Now, that's strange. Something like that ain't never happened before. This one. The Tower. The tower crumbles all around you. Truths are laid bare, and something in your life is soon to be destroyed. That may sound scary, and that's because it is. But remember, if the forest burns, from the ashes another forest will grow anew. That ain't good, fellas. I mean, it could be. But when looking at this card, something doesn't feel right. That man at the top, the burning one, something about that makes me scared.
Why, Miss Adela?
In my heart of hearts, I feel scared. And she looks towards Phil. Like my heart's breaking.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a ghost. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh. Well done, Nikki. Thank you for running the session.
oh,
Well
baby.
done.
I want to play the Crooked Moon.
Well done.
Oh.
We gotta play the whole Crooked Moon adventure.
I mean, yes. I was on the fence before, but now I think we do it the whole
350-page
thing.
adventure, and we're on like 3.
Page 6.
We're on like 6.
Oh man.
Good.
Wow.
If you liked what you saw here, make sure you check out the link in the description of the video below and go pre-order the Crooked Moon on D&D Beyond right now. Now's your chance.
You can play this too.
You can play all of the species, all of the subclasses, all of the backgrounds, all of the origin feats, this adventure, all of the monsters, all of that is within the Crooked Moon. And not only can you get the full experience, the full book, if you only are interested in player options, if you're only interested in the monsters, we have 2 options. We have Part 1 and Part 2 that you can enjoy. Part 1 is the setting guide and the player options. Part 2 is the monsters and the adventure. If you get both, you get a discount. So if you want the full Crooked Moon experience, it is a discount as opposed to buying both, each one separately.
And speaking of Part 1s and Part 2s, the second half of this one-shot will be coming soon, so don't go anywhere.
We hope you've enjoyed everything that you've seen here, and I've had a great time.
We hope that you've had fun with us tonight because we have had a phenomenal time. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick,
for running this
Gotta give
action.
it up.
Thank you.
Gotta give it up.
This was great.
Thank you for being spectacular players as always.
This is just the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of the adventure.
Oh, man.
350-page full adventure campaign. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you in
See you next
Druskenwald.
time.
See you next
Bye.
time.
See you beneath the Crooked Moon.